Start recording.
My Roll20 is still loading. I don't know why.
Yeah, maybe it's Roll20 because it's
Roll20. It was super slow for me.
yeah. They're updating stuff, I think, because we got a message about it on the DM account, paid account. Let's see.
Oh, and they're changing
So-
like dynamic lighting or something like that again.
Yeah, you're right. They're retiring the old one and putting in the new one.
The legacy one or whatever they're getting rid of.
Oh, okay, now it's working.
Oh, okay. So who doesn't have Roll20?
Me. Because I'm too busy playing Pretty Princess Party.
It doesn't load on her tablet.
You know what?
I'm
Priorities.
Flash, I'm
I
sorry.
respect.
You already know this.
Oh, and while I have you all here, except for David and Theta, you all have something headed toward you. I don't know if you saw the message, but you will need some instructions. So you'll go to the YouTube channel and watch instructions on how to put your really, really, really late Yule gifts together.
That's
The,
so thoughtful. Thanks.
I got David and Theta's done, and then I guess the laser cutter at the school went down, and Mary actually had to fix it before we could do the rest of them. And then we got them home and realized they were missing parts, and so then it was like, it was the wrong thing. But get some wood glue, and it'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yay.
Mine wasn't missing
Laser
any parts.
cutter, wood glue. Is it like a surprise, or can we like deduce what they are?
You
Don't look
can
inside the screen.
I put it back down. I didn't realize Thomas had never seen it.
Oh, so
I-
actually, if you go to the Short Expectations group chat, I put a link in there to the instructions on how to assemble them. I guess the real surprise will be what's on them, because we tried to personalize it for each
Yeah.
of you.
So they
They
made us dice towers.
Dice towers.
And so
Yeah, I
mine's got a
have one.
skull.
Mine's got a little
Hold
shadow.
on. That's so cool.
Mine's
And
got a
it's a
sword made out
dice
of all
sword.
the dice.
Oh my gosh.
But they come unassembled. You have to put it together with wood glue. So, but David did ours sitting down pretty fast. Okay.
Not super complicated.
Nah, he figured it
Just have
out.
to learn how to say wood glue.
I don't have wood glue.
Wood
I
There's a
definitely did not
video-
how to.
There's a video of Mary putting one together, because she's the one who came up with the assembly.
The video is really easy to follow.
What? Oh, hey, in the game, David, when we go up, when we die, like me in Soft Keen, do we get our full life back? What's our HP at?
Your HP
It's
is
one
one.
Yeah.
spell.
It is. It's
It's
one.
one.
Okay.
Yes.
So you were not relaxing up there. You were like broken bones and blood
Oh.
shooting out your nose. You're like,
It's more exhaustion.
totally
like your-
different
your
picture.
mind-
Yeah, I was imagining like a
it's-
lounge. I thought like, oh my.
Yeah, I
HP
was like, puffy cushions, popcorn,
Yeah.
caviar, champagne.
Yeah.
Like that's what I was imagining.
Right. Well, it's
Yeah.
more like you're drunk or hungover, or
like really
your
fatigued.
your brain's just not right. Right. Not
So
quite right.
Mountain Dew and Cheetos is more what we're going with.
Yes. Yeah. Much more of a Mountain Dew and Cheetos vibe.
Okay. All right. Down to one.
All right.
Am I
Let's see.
concentrating? I need to update my... No, I can't be concentrating. I died. Okay, let's see.
Aren't you
Alright.
concentrating on Foreteller? Like you were doing something, distracting him or something like that?
I hadn't started. Which mean I've only had one round up there.
The only one talking to Foreteller right now.
Yeah, I don't think
Safkeen's
anybody
the
was
one
concentrating.
keeping Foreteller right now.
Safkeen.
Yeah.
I have a plan, and then I told it to Jenny, and she wrote "no" in capital letters. So we're gonna see how many more rounds I have
Okay.
upstairs with you guys.
So, Xavier, to your perspective, you are floating in the vast ocean. The ships that were once there have crumbled and been pulled underneath the sea.
Okay.
there is a kraken with 6 large tentacles that tower 30 feet to 40 feet above the surface of the ocean that are now madly swimming and whirling toward any sign of life. And it seems that you and this kraken are alone in the water. It is also very pissed off.
So I haven't seen any of my companions get like taken by it or anything like that.
Roll a perception check for me.
Taken by
I rolled crap. Do I get to use the benefit of my shield
The benefit of your shield.
to roll my perception check again? I'm not sure if like being in the water would hinder me using its power. Or...
No, I don't think so.
Yes, then I got 19 plus perception. I got a 21.
21, very nice. So with what you can see around you, there are a couple of entities that you can see from the water up above, flying overhead. You see Genevieve and the little outline of what's his face? December Diamonds flying up above, kind of illuminated by the pink sunset. You also see up in the puffy clouded sky the faces of you, Safkeen, Carlton Clarence, and Juniper, alongside Foreteller, who are now kind of all arguing towards one another, saying different things. It's a little bit hard to make out what they're saying, but they're all up there like a giant puffy Mount Rushmore.
Does it seem like the Kraken is going for like movement in the water?
Yeah, there's a massive 30 to 40 foot tentacle that is coming your way. You're in the midst of it as it is coming towards you.
What do I know? Have I ever been in the water before? Like as far as being made of wood, do I float?
Has he ever been in the water before?
Yep.
Yeah, well,
You float.
okay. So could Xavier potentially just go as absolutely still as possible and hope this thing can't sense him?
Ooh, plank.
Okay, I would allow you to do that if you want to roll a stealth check.
Pretend to be a log.
Yes,
Yeah.
this is a
Driftwood.
It's so long. Let's see. What is my stealth? I have a stealth of +4. I got a 20 total stealth.
20 total. Okay. Yeah, you kind of stiffen up and close all of your orifices so that you just kind of look like a piece of driftwood Gulthius branch floating there in the open ocean. You're not sure if it worked or not.
Okay. I guess time will tell when I get dragged down by a horrible tentacle.
Genevieve, you would notice you lose sight of Xavier all of a sudden. Okay, so let's see. So Xavier, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah.
Okay.
Hey, look, Kraken.
All right.
Yep.
So meanwhile, up in the sky, very high, Lindell is kind of through the clouds on the back of a celestial creature that she has just summoned to catch her. I can't remember how far up. I wrote it down on a different notebook.
I have on my notes here. What I'm
Right.
concentrating on. I have mirror image for another 3 more turns. Blink for another 6 more turns. No more 3rd level spells next turn. I'm at 670 feet above sea level.
Six.
Right, so
Um,
from 670 feet, kind of parachuting out, cheeks
Yeah.
shaking in the breeze.
So what I would like to do is take my boots of spider climbing, and my celestial spirit is wearing plate armor. So what I want to do is I just want to like
Suck up
suction
on
my
yourself.
feet to the back of their
Oh
armor.
yeah, it's just like riding,
Yeah, exactly.
gliding, like surfing on
so,
top.
Yeah,
Awesome.
yeah. So suction my feet to the back of their armor, and because I'm a halfling, I have what's it called? It's like squat nimbleness or something like that, where I can hide behind a medium creature.
Oh, okay.
Halfling. Yeah. So with my cloak up, I would like to use my action to hide on top of my
real
celestial
quick,
spirit.
we're not quite back in the turn order yet. I'm just kind of
sorry.
describing things as they go. So Xavier just took his turn. We're gonna pop back up into the clouds. I just wanted to give the picture of what's happening before we
So
move up
Lindell
to the
is like
clouds.
hood up, like down to like here, cheeks flushing, surfing on top of a like 6 dragonfly winged plate mail glistening celestial halfling.
And Xavier's driftwood.
Just bobbing up and down.
Driftwood for the
I feel
win.
like Lindell Celestial is probably like, this is not the point that I'm supposed to be summoned to be your servant.
Oh, poor Celestial.
Lindell, you suck. I don't want to be your Celestial.
Had like a pretty princess castle or something before she got called to the spin.
She
I
was
imagine
guarding
it, like,
a pretty
pulling out-
princess castle.
I imagine pulling out a pack of cigarettes.
Oh,
and,
no.
all right, where do you want to go, Sonny? Where do you want to go, Sonny?
Is the Celestial like, is it like calling, like the way I call Krampus? Is she from another dimension? Another plane of existence?
So that is an excellent question. I don't know.
We don't know where she
It is-
comes from.
It is very similar, yes.
I also
Because
don't
it says you call forth a celestial spirit. It manifests as an angelic form in an unoccupied space. So it might not necessarily be an angel in like real
Right.
life. It might be like a
Mhm.
quaddle or something like that, or a unicorn.
Well,
but
since
it looks like
you're-
a angel here.
since you're a cleric and your deity would be the Spriggan, because of that, it might be some kind of elemental or like earth being that has been summoned in celestial form.
Ooh. Yeah, and that's why I gave it like green plate mail and dragonfly wings as opposed to feathered angel wings.
Right. So it might be like a slightly fey leaning creature, but now is this celestial being.
Mm-hmm.
All right, and in the meantime, in between Genevieve, somewhere flying with December Diamonds in tow. I can't remember exactly how far up we were, but somewhere in between there. All right, so back up in the clouds, we're going to go to Safkeen, who is right now arguing the finer points of 2 things. First, what are Foreteller and her going to do on their date? And second, what the title of his memoir should be.
Oh.
No, he already agreed. He already agreed to.
And
one of my
what did I
girls-
agree to?
Which one did you suggest? You agreed to 1, 2, 3, Foreteller, I think.
1, 2, 3, Foreteller. That sounds magnificent. Oh,
She was like, that's
maybe-
so terrible. I want that one.
I've got an idea. You
I'd
could
read
write the forward, but not until after our date.
Why would I write the forward?
Why wouldn't you?
Mm,
You think
not
highly
really-
of me. I obviously think highly of you.
mm,
You is puking behind the curtain.
I
I think I hear this yet.
Now
was
then,
gonna-
what should you wear? And he leans back and his elbow hits the red button and goes, "Shtunk." Oh.
Wait.
No.
What did
And
you do? What did you do?
behind him through the little pillowy cloud window that he's using as kind of a monitor over the battlefield, you start to see the shocks of lightning. Lightning strikes behind him. Big flashes of light.
That's not good. What?
Well,
undo
this might-
that. Undo that right now.
And he goes over to the button and like tries to pull it up, but it's all the way down. Didn't design it that way. This should be interesting. He looks over the edge and you can see the Kraken is now crackling with bolts of lightning going out in every direction.
Like an electric
Stuff
eel
you-
kraken.
Her head. She's just like, what? What?
Well, next one should be interesting for the Kraken.
Is there anyone else in the water? It's just Xavier.
Yeah, just Savior.
Wood doesn't conduct electricity. He's fine.
Have you ever seen a tree get hit by lightning?
Oh yeah.
I have.
Yeah.
Not while it was floating in the ocean, no.
True.
They definitely say during a lightning storm, the water is the safest place. So
Yeah,
you're fine.
That's the
That's
old
what I've
saying.
heard, yes. Or
Yes,
clinging to
that's
a weather rod.
Yeah,
Kit
yeah.
was in a car struck by lightning. That's real.
Well, I think it hit near me. It hit near enough that it felt like someone took a giant feather pillow and hit me in the chest. Like I had my brother.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was when we were in college together.
Still, yeah.
Yeah, because I always remember that phone call. You're like, I think I was struck by lightning. I was like, this is how we lose Kit, right?
It was fun. It was fun. I will never forget that day.
Well, let's
You might get to
rekindle old
relive it.
memories. Yeah.
Oh.
Rekindle the pilot
It's
joy.
awesome.
Ah.
Hate it.
Lied to me. This is how I get superpowers.
So while we're triggering Kit's PTSD, Safkeen, is there anything you'd like to do while you're upstairs?
Can Safkeen like run over to that little toggly thing and try and yank it up herself and just be like,
Yeah,
"Oh,
go
you
ahead.
guys- it has to be an off button.
He kind of. Good luck. Roll a strength check for me.
What?
The roll.
I got a 17.
Oh, 17. Okay, yep. You go over and you plug your fingers in around the little slippery edges of that button and try and just keep slipping off of it. You can't quite get a grip on it to pull it up.
She's gonna look at me like, Portal, what are the other buttons do? What are the makes the Kraken mad? What's the other one?
You could always try and sing to it. I don't know.
Sing to it?
I'm just spitballing here.
Did you not create this whole place?
Yes, but well, there are laws, there are rules. I can't just break the rules.
What are the rules?
This is the way it's been done for centuries.
What, electrocuting people?
No, battles to the death.
We're near death. Near death?
Yeah.
Oh, near
Yes,
death.
you're more useful to me alive than dead, but this construct, this is a means of us still abiding by the laws of that govern us. I'm a genie, not a
I didn't realize
human.
you were such a lawful sort of guy, foreteller.
So
Safine's going to wander over to the last little controller and be like, "They have to sing to this."
You could try.
Safkeen will sit down in Forteller's chair, scoot herself over reluctantly, and she's
Ooh.
going to try and the only song that's going to come to her head right now is a Tritonian lullaby. So she's going to try and sing that.
Oh, maybe I could follow along. He pulls out a little flute to follow along.
Safkeen's like, "You are the last person I want help from right now." But yeah, Do I roll performance?
Yes, you will make a performance check. Maybe the first and last time Safkeen ever makes a performance check.
Oh,
You can do it.
oh, 5.
A 5.
not?
No, I got a 6. Oh.
A 6. A
Aw.
6. You start off pretty strong, and he's starting to follow along, and then you go a little off key, and he just kind of stops playing the flute after a while and cringes. Looking over the edge, you can still see the sparks of lightning. The rest of you start to hear Safkeen sing a lullaby in a language you don't understand, and it's confusing. It's like she tried to record something on
Like dolphin songs.
yeah, it's like a bad sea shanty.
Oh.
Oh,
Lives in a pineapple under the sea.
Pretty much, yeah. You guys are, oh, okay. It doesn't seem to have any effect, though, unfortunately. So, Safkeen, I'm going to say that's probably about your turn. We'll go on to you, and then Genevieve's on deck. So, you are in the lounge, so to speak. Carlton Clarence is just kind of got his feet up on a like half of a clamshell type end table, and he's drinking a beer, eating some peanuts from a bowl. Juniper's still stomping around, smashing things in the bar, just pissed off that she got taken out of the fight. And there you are, standing at the curtain.
I'm gonna walk back over and knock Carlton Clarence's feet off and whack his beer out of his hand.
Hey, what are you doing?
What is that? What's going on down there? Are we seeing all the light show? Like the laser?
Yeah, you can see there's lightning strikes just coming out of the central body of this young kraken that has its eyes are just blood red right now with rage.
I'm gonna look at Juniper across the way to say, it was never gonna be me, but I'm sure hell not gonna let it be you. And then I'm gonna go and rip open the curtain and say, foreteller, foreteller, foreteller.
Oh, god damn it. Snaps his fingers and all of you wake up back in the library.
Where are they? Where are they? I'm gonna smack the shit out of that genie.
Yep. You stand up from the table. Let me get you back there real quick. You guys
What?
are all
What?
in Rumus's office.
I want to
That
go
was
beat
some-
that shit. Where's Juniper? I want to jump across the table and just get on Juniper and just punch the fuck out of her with my weak little.
Yeah, you hop over the table and lunge at her. She's in a little bit of a stupor, but you can see there's still blue, hazy smoke coming out of all of your mouths. And when you jump onto the table, you kind of lose your footing for a second, and just kind of gripping your head, realize you don't have the strength to attack anyone right now. The rest of you kind of groggily come to. Prunus is at her desk, and she is asleep. Her head is in a pile of papers and books. And she doesn't notice you guys waking up.
Oh.
I'm just gonna call out and see if foreteller answers in this space. Foreteller.
Poof! In front of you, the form of the blue skin genie that you've all come to know, in his genie form, but still looking very much like the bard that was in the original Dream World, with the kind of pointy, very thin goatee and mustache. The completely blue skin head to toe, dressed in very opulent looking robes. He's even got the shoes with the little twist at the end. But this time, arms folded, he's kind of levitating in the spot right behind you. Very clever. I never should have taught you that. Now then, how to handle this? Well, I need to go on a vacation, obviously. It's been a long time since I've been able to fly around freely. Mildred
Right.
didn't like me to dart about, so to speak. kept me close. Now then, let's see who was
Can I
left.
stand up?
Genevieve, Lindell, and Xavier. Each of you get a wish. That's how we'll handle it. 1, 2, 3, done. Now then, can I
No,
leave?
Stop talking. Stop. Can
What?
I don't want to. Oh, I was about to say, can I grapple the genie? This is how we lose you.
You can try. So you jump up and
No.
try to what? Wrap arms around.
I just want to put my hand over his mouth. I just want him to stop talking.
Oh yeah, you can put your hand over his mouth. Oh, that's how.
Do you want your freedom or not? Because I'm so close to just banishing you into Otherwhere and want you to get eaten by a demon. Stop.
Hey, you.
Is everybody else waking up? Are they all awake?
Yeah, you guys are all like coming to groggy. Your
Why don't-
vision's starting to focus a little bit, and the smoke starts to disappear out of your mouths and
Why don't we
recoalesce.
just make a deal with him, and if he destroys the spirit Naga for good, we give him his freedom.
Save, you're so sweet. Always thinking of others.
That our plan.
I mean,
Okay, but what about Juniper?
His freedom should be the last wish that we give him.
If we give it first, he might not have any power left.
Exactly. Plus, we can use it as a bargaining chip. Does Safkeen still have
You know
her?
I'm right here.
Xavier's gonna stand up.
Juniper kind of gets up out of her chair and kicks it back until it flies across and hits the bookshelf, and then puts her arms on the table.
Well, someone's a sore loser.
What are you gonna do?
Whatever we want. Just sit there. What?
I'm gonna
That's
shout
fair.
out. I wish Juniper had her original form again.
Aww.
So
He snaps his
immediately-
fingers, and you see right next to you, Juniper's head to toe begins to almost dissolve and peel off, like the ashes peeling off of the outside of something that's been freshly burned, and a breeze is just blowing it away. And you see the visage of the water genasi from head to foot begin to peel off and flow and disappear into nothing, leaving behind the blonde, fair elven features of Juniper's Hopsmiller in their place. She blinks. You see her eyes get wide and well up with water, and she turns to Genevieve and just throws her arms around her and begins to sob.
Oh.
That's one wish down.
Mm.
Be okay.
Lindell heard all this happen, but she's really trying hard to like go back to sleep. And you know how you can like go back to sleep and recontrol the dream?
Yeah.
She's really trying to go back in and like imagine herself riding the Celestial. She pulls out the big foreteller hand cannon that turns into like a massive bazooka, and like she like blows up the Kraken. And that's what she's just trying to do right now.
Nice. You kind of drift back in and out of this pseudo dream, and in your mind, you've happily been able to see the effects of the gun,
I've been waiting for that.
and you slowly come to gently. To Juniper has been transformed, and you has her mouth over Foreteller
hand
as
over
he
Fort-
kind of just
I'm like,
levitates.
Ooh. Oh, that's different. Okay.
PM,
Mhm.
does Safkeen still have her plushie Kraken or not?
Yes, you do.
Ooh.
Do I still have
You
the
can-
hand cannon?
Yeah, I was about to say you can bring things from the dream world. Like,
No, all of the Foreteller weapons are gone.
Oh.
But yes, Safkeen, you still have your plushie.
Should we now wish for the spirit Naga to be destroyed? I will gladly give my wish to free foreteller, but we do have 2 more.
I like him. Go ahead, let's do this.
Nope. Lindell, you go first.
How am I supposed to word this again?
Oh.
Do I have to be very specific? Like, what do I have to say exactly?
We had a really specific
About
phrase,
the
right?
Naga's not coming back ever.
I-
Something.
maybe
Yeah,
something.
because is the spirit?
we should know
Because
the
do we know
names.
is the spirit Naga still dead right now, or is it back to life?
Oh, we don't know. No, we
That
know.
changes how we word it, right?
Could we
Say-
possibly
Can I speak yet?
I can put down my hand.
I know what you want. Just ask for it.
Are you not going to be all tricksy like the genies in the stories?
Are you going to free me?
I
Xavier's,
absolutely
I only have
I
one
mean,
wish,
is
so
he going?
he's
Not you. I know
like
you
it's.
only
I
have
can't
one.
because I only
It would
have
be
the.
yes.
So
Are you?
it just doesn't.
Not you. Him.
But
No,
like
not
us
you
as a
either.
Me?
Why you?
collective,
Wait,
but
me?
like
I mean,
him.
Xavier, you.
So
I didn't even get a wish.
foreteller. As soon as you grant our wish to destroy the spirit Naga, I swear I will free you.
You just used the word wish. Be careful. No, I'm kidding. Yes, it's simple.
Can I, for
Juniper's, welcome
just
back. You're beautiful.
clarifying the
Kill
wish
the spirit
thing?
Naga. Got it. It won't come back.
Yeah, yeah.
Free
Well,
me.
yeah. Am I allowed to wish for? Just to be clear, this is not me actually wishing. This is just a clarification question. But am I allowed
Yes.
to?
Go on.
Am I allowed to make a question and a suggestion, whatever, a wish thingy about can I kill the spirit Naga and make it never come back? And like also add on a bathroom to our mansion? Like can I just
Maybe
or
it's
does it
asking
have to be
to
like
transported
wholly
into a bathroom.
one thing?
Yeah, I always thought it was weird that your mansion doesn't have a bathroom.
Can okay, just bear with me
Unfortunate,
for a moment. Can I wish that the spirit
Yes.
Naga, her essence, not
Mm.
only is like deconsciousified, but is
Yes.
also transformed into an intensive plumbing system and double
Ooh,
bathroom for the mansion.
No,
Just
we
like
don't
taking
want
her
a spirit
energy
Naga in our
and like
bathroom.
You know, I wonder
That has
the
no
mechanics
Bad
of it.
wish.
of the spirit Naga in
You
it.
know, you
is
sit
that
on
within
the,
your
you go in
possibility?
the, you sit on the
But no,
thing and you
but
do
like
the
she-
thing and it goes into.
Yeah, and through the essence that was the spirit Naga. But like because here's the thing, and bear with me. The spirit Naga is like all ethereal, right? So when you flush the
Oh, so
toilet, it just
your
like goes into
poo
the ethereal.
to the ethereal
Yeah,
plane.
yeah.
Oh, this is
You can't
this is
shit on the
lovely.
ethereal plane. No, I veto this idea.
An open
Can't
door
live
Every
in
wizard in
Just bear with
existence
me.
shits
Just
all
bear
over
with
the
me. This is
ethereal plane.
I'm just I'm not trying to like double wish or anything
No,
here,
no,
but
no. Of
just like
course not.
like
No, just more killing two birds kind of thing.
right, exactly. I'm just trying
Right.
to be efficient with our wishes, you know.
Right. So how are you going to
Um,
word it?
Oh, that's an excellent question.
Oh,
we
Please workshop it if you need.
I feel like our
I'm here.
our desires, our group are so selfless and yet so selfish at the same time at all times.
Yes, I'm going to save Spiralia. Yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
But I also want
But
to
by
take a
taking
shit
care
without
of
running down the
yourselves,
street.
you're also taking care of Spiralia, right?
They're starting to look at me really funny at that fancy vegan restaurant down the road because I keep having to run over. So,
Yeah. Especially when I talked to you over dinner that one time, they were
yeah, that was
probably
really
not
weird.
welcome there anymore.
But they were really happy once we tipped them well. So
It's true.
What you tipped them well.
yeah, I did. Well, I mean, I gave them what I thought was a good tip, and they were all like, "Oh my gosh, this
You
is a
should
great
wish
tip."
to
And I
be
was like,
better
"Ah."
with money, maybe.
wait.
I think it's a fun
I mean,
plot
as long as we're
mechanic.
spitballing, throwing out
Like-
suggestions.
Just for the spirit Naga's essence to turn into a plethora of gold coins that we could then use to purchase new plumbing for the mansion.
Yeah, but then
what if
my
it's
poop
conjuring
doesn't go
it's
into the
all over the
ethereal
coins?
plane. I think that's just a fun idea.
We just want the bathroom to work.
Yeah, it should function.
Okay, here's what I'm thinking. In theory, this is not the actual thing, but I would wish, in theory, that the spirit naga be removed from reality, and the energy that is their essence used to create an extensive plumbing system and bathroom on each level of our mansion.
See, what I heard there is, I wish there were snakes in my toilet.
No,
Maybe I'm not getting the right.
No.
Okay, yeah, no, I just.
Oh boy,
Let's
you're
not-
making this so
How about-
fun.
How about let's not double wish? We wish to get rid of the spirit naga and we give him his freedom like we said we would.
I like that too.
The Spriggan is like chaotic good. I can't just make this easy.
What am I? Am I chaotic neutral? What am I? Awful? Something?
You should ask your maker.
I was
I
about to
should.
say.
I really should.
Crisis right now.
Well, and I said her essence removed from reality, but just the energy of her being used to create that stuff.
Celeste.
Why don't we just ask
Does
Lillith
that
to
make
make
sense in the toilet?
Isn't the
Or we could just
celestial
ask Lilith.
you summoned from the celestial realm? Why do you want to shit in your realm? Oh, was that a slave? Do you have a
Oh
slave?
goodness! I'm chaotic
No,
good.
she's
I
a-
should never want any of this to happen.
Oh.
She's just a friend, like someone you call when you're having trouble, and she shows up and she's like, I can fix your problems.
Oh,
She's
so
really helpful.
it would be like Grimflang the plumber.
Sure,
mean if we got-
actually. Yeah, can we transform the Spirit Fang into an indentured servant who
Ooh.
loves us?
Now,
Who
servitude.
wants to do a
yes,
plumbing.
that is a noble calling.
No!
I'm actually kind of down with this.
Not
No!
indentured servitude's horrible.
No, slaves are
But
great.
basically an indentured servant. For
Slaves are wonderful.
Why
But
do
we
you
wish
wanna
that
be
she's willing and happy to be our servant.
Right,
Then
so
it
you
wouldn't
want a snake plumber servant.
Nope. Nope.
Mm.
Nope.
Now, I wish, and then the rest of that.
Oh no. We told the council we'd
Guys,
get
should I
rid of
do it?
her.
Well, yeah, but if she's our plumber, then.
I buy us a toilet, perhaps, who's recently returned to a beautiful form. Squeeze, squeeze, hug, hug.
What?
Are you saying Juniper's going to buy us a toilet?
I mean, she's rich. Jennifer might be willing. Juniper?
You know, I could make you one better. You know that white stone? How would you like a magically inert toilet?
What?
Huh?
Well, where does my poop go?
I don't know, I'm just throwing out ideas.
What are you talking about? Wait, are you Juniper or are you Foreteller?
I'm Tuna Paris.
Sorry.
So, Juniperist, if we make I'm listening to your suggestion. If we make a magically inert toilet, where does my poop go? This is the important question.
Wait, I don't know where your poop goes.
See, that's less fun than the ethereal plane. Anyways, in
So,
the meantime,
well,
Safkeen, what
yeah.
do you think? Should we have a Spirit Naga plumber, a Spirit Naga toilet, or a Spirit Naga plumbing system?
None of those things. At all. Why can't we just ask Lilith to make us a toilet or something? She's good at mechanical stuff.
Yeah, but we're running low on funds, so
Lindell,
How
an
can you run
investigation
low on
check.
funds, Lindell? You have like a
you were-
million gold coins in your bag.
You were
thing.
I do.
dealing with one of the trickiest tricksters ever to trick people. I don't think we should push this wish.
Yeah,
I
the
think we should-
Forteller's on board with this whole Spirit Naga plumber thing. Like, he thinks it's a good idea.
He may be saying that, but is he really? And is he more concerned about getting his freedom than getting the exact wording of us trying to take two wishes?
Yeah, but here's the thing. We could also go and confirm that the wish is done properly before he gets his freedom. We don't have to wish him free right now, right?
I'm going to wish him free right now.
Don't tell him that. Shh, 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 shh.
Yes, good idea. What are you looking for? You has gotten up and is rummaging through boxes of bones, and you managed to find 3 large prehistoric chicken bones.
Oh,
Awesome.
You should make these
That's really
giant.
cool. Oh, you can use it to decorate your room.
Okay, so
And that chicken.
so who's freeing me? I didn't quite catch that.
Okay. I just had. Jen, do you have any ideas? You do all that fey magic stuff, tricksy
I mean,
things.
I still think our best option for a toilet is right here. So maybe
What,
not
the
mess with
books,
the
or-
fabric of reality. I'm talking about the one I'm hugging. I think messing with the fabric of reality could have bad repercussions. It's something that keeps getting reincarnated and trying to kill you.
I think we should
Just saying.
I vote for just saying that the spirit naga never comes back in any plane of existence. Full stop. Please get rid of it, and that's it.
And I will chip in my money to create a bathroom in the mansion.
Yeah, Xavier would definitely be able to make a mansion, toilet, whatever.
Okay. So
I've got
here's
alchemical solutions to toilet
Even
problems.
We could give them a plumber extension option.
Or just make him turn into an outhouse?
so I should wish that the spirit
You can
naga
be my
was
chef and the
dead
plumber.
and removed from existence, such that they can never reincarnate ever in any of the planes. And the energy used from that to create a massive pile of coins in front of us.
No energy. No.
Platinum coins. I'm
Energy.
sorry, you're right, Safkeen. Platinum coins. That's what I should
Platinum,
say.
of course, you want to go big.
No.
Yes,
you
of
know.
course, platinum. Right, that makes just
You want
sense. There we go.
copper.
Okay.
You get spirit naga coins. You're carrying them, not me. You can carry them.
Okay,
You know what?
Fortell, that's
You're
what I
going
wish.
for
Go.
gold coins. Bigger. Why not diamonds?
Ooh. Then I could use those for the reincarnations and stuff.
Please,
Sure. Yeah.
Foreteller, stop it.
What? I'm
Can-
just helping.
You're
He's
not
a
helping.
first-time wish. She's never made a wish before.
I know
She
she's
needs
just
some
helping me. She's just
Yeah,
he's
just
just
helping.
guiding me, you know.
Yeah.
Ooh, diamonds could be better.
That's what I think. Why not?
Yeah, but platinum is easier to spend.
But diamonds are
diamonds-
forever.
But are the diamonds cursed?
Oh, that's a
Probably.
good point.
Oh, cursed diamonds.
Forteller, you wouldn't
No,
curse
you are full
anything
of
that
good
we wish
ideas.
for. Forteller, you wouldn't. Promise me you wouldn't curse anything we wish for.
Yeah. What am I gonna do?
Promise, please.
You trust little old me, right? Look at this
Forteller,
face.
come on. Yeah, no, I don't trust that face. That's the problem. Please, as if you promise that you won't curse or make weird about anything that I wish, then I will
Listen,
wish right
I'm
this
giving
second.
you a wish. I'm not asking for anything in return. Just a free wish. What could go wrong?
Everything.
Everything. Like
also-
literally, the universe could come crashing down. Like.
Trust is also a two-way street, and we are taxing him to the limits of his abilities to grant a singular wish to one individual.
No, I
Yeah, I
liked
mean,
where that
if
was
it's
going in
too-
the beginning, but just
Yeah, I was
way
gonna say
off
if
track.
it's too much for you to make a pile of coins, without it being cursed. I mean, really, we can always, I mean, if it's
I mean, I
above your
like the two-way
ability, I
street
guess.
thing. Yes,
like,
of course, we can work together, but calling me powerless, that's just petty.
Taxing what you were willing to do. How about that? I agree that you were probably far beyond our power.
I'm willing to move the heavens for you and your companions.
Ooh, move the heavens. That's an interesting question. What if there was a portal to heaven in our back door? Hey, that's a good idea.
Then you could have celestials all day.
Yeah, then they could be our friends. Oh my gosh,
No.
Fortetta, you're so good at this.
You could
Until
have
you
a
get killed by
plumber.
a
You could have a
snake.
chimney sweep.
I wish that The spirit Naga Grimfang was not only dead, but erased from existence entirely, and the remaining energy from there being transformed into a massive pile of platinum gold coins in front of us.
Snaps his fingers and nothing happens. He looks around.
Damn it.
Too many wishes. Unfortunately, we got the first half. Couldn't quite get the second half.
That's all right. Yeah.
You
I
know, there's
figured as
rules to all
much.
this cosmic bullshit.
Yeah.
Foreteller,
I tried.
Yes.
I hate to see any sentient creature not under its own powers and abilities to govern itself, and don't want to see anyone shackled. I wish for your freedom from here and forever, and for you never to be shackled again.
He disappears.
Is the
Ting,
hookah still there?
ting, 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 ting. A small ring is left on the floor in his absence.
I'm gonna take a look at the ring.
You pick up the ring? It is, let me describe it.
Jewelry.
It is a thing.
It is a ring thing.
I was wondering if it would go this way or not. All right. It has no description. So we're going to say that it is an opulent gold ring with facets of platinum and a setting of platinum as well, with a very nice blue sapphire inset into it that is cut into the shape of a magic lamp.
I'm gonna activate my Eldritch Sight.
All right, with your Eldritch Sight, you can tell that indeed this is a magic item, and it is giving a strong, very strong aura of. I think you can you see the School of Magic? Does it let you do that?
I think if I study it for long enough, it does. Let me see.
If you'd like to take a moment.
Yeah, I'll study it. Kind of look at it. Spellcasting.
Strong aura of conjuration.
Conjuration.
Mm-hmm.
Does it conjure a toilet?
Shaped like a magic lamp.
That would be awkward.
What would you sit on? I mean,
You can sense.
That's one way to summon Foreteller.
Or yes, if it bears magic, you can learn its School of Magic ability. Penetrates most.
Okay. Yep. Ring with very strong conjuration.
hey, can I have that?
I'm gonna look at the ring, and actually, I'm gonna look at you and say, do you think you might be able to figure out what this ring is, or what it does, if it's somehow connected to Foreteller, and or if it's dangerous?
Hey, you. Can you hear him? Okay. Xavier just got a ring, basically. He wished for Foreteller to be free. He disappeared and there was a ring left on the floor. He's just done his invocation to see that it is magical and that the aura is of conjuration. And he's asking if you can tell what it is.
Should I cast it?
If you would like, you could do identify as a ritual cast. Okay. So it takes about 11 minutes. In the meantime, Juniperis is just kind of rubbing her eyes, as I am, sitting back in her chair, exhausted, still sobbing a little bit, but just fascinated that she's back in her own skin. She looks in like the reflection of a plate that's nearby. Is just inspecting herself.
Can Safkeen pull out her water skin and like offer it to Juniperis and be like, "Welcome back. I guess.
Thank you. I can't thank you all enough. Here's to short expectations.
You could thank us
She
with the
takes a little swig
bathroom.
of it and hands it back.
Right?
I hate to darken the moment, but don't forget you have a really evil uncle looking for you.
I know. He doesn't know. He still thinks I'm dead. I don't know what he thinks I was, but I was in the body of one of his former apprentices. God knows what this woman went through.
Oh yeah, what happened to the water genasi person then?
I'm not sure.
We
I've
saw
been
her body just kind of like
restored to
peel
my
away.
former self.
Hmm.
Right. I can't say for sure.
You also probably
But,
want to go talk to Gallant as well, right?
Yes. I'm afraid to. I hope that he hasn't forgotten me in our absence.
Do you
He
I
have
hasn't
any
moved
sort
on.
of like personal protection, like a bodyguard or like a troop of people to protect you, say for a modest fee or anything like that?
I will be fine once I return.
Oh, okay.
I'll have to go
I
back
just
to the meadery, explain what happened.
because like Bastian could like go through walls and stuff. Like he's quite dangerous.
He's well studied.
As
We
long as
have
you have
I don't
someone
think
to keep you
protection.
safe.
even appears.
We
You're
have
still
protections
you,
on our
a bit different. That's all.
I have some friends still. It will be a little awkward to explain what happened, but I'm confident that I can reclaim the castle. Of course, if you're nearby, it'd be nice to have friends.
I
I understand
have
you're
one.
busy.
And here, you can take this as a. And Lindell pulls out one of her tiny little sprig. She has one left of her tiny little Spriggan lanterns, and sorry, that's the door. One of the doors of my house. So there's like with the little copper emblem of the fairy that's got green flame in the lantern, and she's taken one of her pliers and she's carved short expectations, but it's spelt like uh, I don't know how she would spell it, but it's probably spelled
Backwards R
incorrectly.
and
Yeah, backwards R and
yeah.
like yeah.
Expectations is a
Expex
little
and
rough.
it's like PEX-tations
There's a
type of
Z in
thing.
there.
Yeah. There's Tions. Yeah, there you go. So it just says so expectations are on the top, and she says, "Here, you can, whenever you need us, hold that aloft high, and make sure you send us a sending message."
Thank you, Lindell. It's beautiful. I
Did
will
the
treasure it.
lanterns? Did the lanterns just poof out of existence, or are they permanent?
No, they're permanent.
Yeah, they're
Oh,
permanent.
Well, I mean, unless you stomp on it and throw it in the trash. But even then, the magic on the emblem lasts until dispelled. So really, forever.
oh, that's so sweet.
I will use it to signal you in case of an emergency.
Right, and I mean, if you tell
Please
anyone
also
else
send
who needs
sending
work that short expectations and you, the master exorcist, is staying at the what's the name of our house again?
the
Colchester
Colchester
man.
Mansion.
Colchester.
The Colchester Mansion, and that's where we can be found. If they need to drop off some money or they need some work done or
Yeah.
something, then that's where.
Of course, not far from the Flatland Brewhouse.
Yes. But there you go.
Thank you. Sorry, I don't have anything to give you. Not right away. Give me time.
That's
Now
all
then,
right.
well, I hope you all find what you're seeking. I would like to return, regroup, take a shower. Okay. Goodbye, short
Well,
expectation.
take care. Stay safe. Call us if you need help.
Of course.
Bye, Juniperus.
Goodbye. She walks over to the door and closes it behind her, leaving
Should we
just short
escort her?
expectation.
Do you think she's gonna
Is
be
Prentice
okay? Should we escort her?
Prentice is still asleep, just kind of snoring.
Should we wake her up?
No.
I mean,
Xavier's gonna walk over to Prunus.
You walk over to Prunus and you see she's asleep on a novel. And the novel's title, you can see on the book, it's flipped over, is The Adventures of Lillith Braddock.
Lillith.
And it looks like she's doodled on a page next to it, a woman with bright red hair with a big pirate hat. She's a pretty good artist.
He is going to shake her a little bit and say, Prunus, I believe we are leaving. Everything turned out okay.
Oh,
We appreciate
Xavier.
your help.
Yeah, thank you. How did it work out? What happened?
Everything worked out. Foreteller gave us the wish we needed. The spirit Naga will bother us no more. And we have given him his freedom. So he is a free, independent individual now.
Right. One moment. As she looks down and sees that her little doodles and that novel are sitting there, open, and she quickly takes the page and stuffs it in the book and puts the book away in the drawer.
I was gonna say,
Oh.
I like your artwork.
Thank you. She's a lovely fictional woman. You should read the story if you have an inkling. Now then, she pulls open a drawer with a little safe in it and opens up the safe and takes out 5 bags of platinum pieces and puts them all on the desk. So for the hookah, your fees, part of it's from myself, the rest is from the queen. 500 platinum pieces. Oh, sorry. No. 200. 200. My math is terrible. 200 platinum pieces each. Or, well, no, we can talk about that later. Please. Thank you. It's just for the hookah.
Wait. There was an or?
Oh.
Well, I might have something else you might be interested in. I have a lead on, 2 things.
Oh no, Jenny
Are
left.
you looking for work? Oh. Jenny's
I am
coming
not.
back.
I unfortunately I must leave. I am being called home.
Okay. Well, come back when you're free. I have work.
He's gonna take the coins and put them into his bag of holding.
All right, so each of you can go ahead and add
200 platinum.
Each of you can go ahead and add 200 platinum to your inventory.
I can buy so many alchemy supplies with that.
Say that 200 platinum is what you get. Right. So the job, I have a lead on, potentially an artifact of great value, similar to this hookah. Well, I don't really know for sure. The tip came from a gentleman that I'm acquainted with who lives on Forgefall. Do you know where Forgefall is?
Are we supposed to go to Jen, you're from there, right?
No, it's full of dwarves.
Yeah, lots of dwarves. There's a big volcano in the middle. That's probably its biggest feature. Anyway, on Forgefall, there's a gentleman I know. He's at the Inventors Guild in Bouldern. if you go see him, find out what his tip is. He has a lead on a very powerful magic item, possibly one of the artifacts I'm looking for. If you would just follow up, I would be willing to pay very well for it. Maybe not as well as this job since the Queen did get involved, but I can still offer a coin if you're interested.
Is there any
Thank
sort of time limit? Like, do we need to do it in the next week, or just like if we happen to be on Forgefall?
Well, preferably before my contact dies. I don't know.
Is he in mortal peril?
I don't think so.
Oh,
I'm just saying, no, there's not a rush.
Like of old age.
Sometimes
Oh,
these
I
things
get it.
take
Yes,
years
yes.
to sniff out. So yeah.
What's your contact's name?
Well, we can talk about the details once you're free. I don't want to burden you with it right now.
I can't just accept all the side quests.
I'll tell you what. If you're
Nice.
interested, just come back and see me, or send me a message. All right. I'll be taking the hookah. Thank you for retrieving it, and I hope everything with your little blue friend works out.
Oh yeah,
Might-
you have a date, and so do you. 2 dates.
Yu's gonna hold out the ring. What did I identify the ring as?
Okay, so it is a ring of genie summoning.
What?
Uh,
All of you can get on D&D Beyond and look up the ring of genie summoning, and that's DJINNI.
Ring of.
I
Ring of
vote that either
genius.
me or you has that ring. None of you other. No.
I'm like holding
Me
it
or
between.
Why not Xavier? Xavier's the one that
Oh.
freak foreteller.
I would say that I should be the one to hold on to it because I would not be inclined to use it. Summoning another creature forces it into your will.
May I make a?
That's
So
true.
it does say
Okay.
that it only appears as long as you concentrate on it, and the only person that doesn't do concentration stuff is Safkeen.
Mm.
So then, and plus, they're supposed to go on a date, so it makes sense if she can control when and how they go on that date.
Never. Never.
When
did.
he's
Consent is important. Yeah.
I'm doing favors as long as you concentrate.
Xavier just in the middle of a fight. Go on a date.
Yeah, I'm plugging in the side of death. What?
Yeah, I feel like Safkeen should control that, in my opinion.
Okay, I'm gonna then just in front of Xavier just pull back my hand and just turn to Sofkeen.
I mean,
Your date, Sofkeen. Have fun.
Don't remind me. The things I do for this team. You all owe me so much right now.
Why do we owe you? What did you do?
I got rid of Juniperus.
You did not need to make a date with a genie.
What else was I supposed to do in that moment?
You were supposed to remember how we got out of the last dream we were stuck in. I thought Carlton would figure it out since he was there, but no, he just sat up there and drank beer the whole time. Where's Carlton, Clarence?
It was good. Come on, what was I gonna
Kick
do?
him in the shin.
Hey, listen, I'm not the one that like turned one of you on me. All right. And then I got like
Then
yellow rain all over me and got really scared and killed myself. That was not fun.
Yeah, who
You
killed
had a rough
Carl?
start, didn't you?
Yeah, that was pretty rough.
He was killed. Were you killed by sharks? I was swimming around in that area.
Wait,
Who killed you?
Me?
Yeah.
I ran myself through. Something crazy happened with some magic.
Was
That was the
Genevieve
first
involved
out.
in that? That sounds like something she would do.
Oh my
Mhm.
yes,
Mhm.
it was her.
Yeah, there we go.
Anyway, just don't tell any of the other guys that, I killed myself. If you don't mind.
Don't
Okay.
tell anyone else that we tried to kill each other.
Deal.
Tell you what, if you show up to work on time and you don't drink on the job with Jenny and Kenneth or whatever their names are
And with the
anymore,
Kimothy and
yes.
Jimothy.
Yes, then we won't tell anyone. But no more drinking on the job.
Okay.
A chemifer.
Kimifer.
Kimifer.
And a Timberly.
Oh, Jimothy and Chemifer is such a gorgeous couple.
And
DM, is it okay if you guys are gonna head out, if we're gonna head out soon, if Safkeen can just go over to Prunus and have a quick
Sorry.
little conversation
yeah.
with her about the
Yes,
thing she wants
Safkeen.
to ask about.
What can I do for you, Safkeen?
Can I talk to you in private a little bit? Just a little bit. It's nothing big. I just
Well, yeah.
We can leave.
Yeah, do you want us to go on mute for a minute?
go away.
You guys just
Okay.
want to wait out in the lobby?
Okay.
Okay.
Yu's just grabbing random bones as she backs out of the door.
Yeah,
Anybody.
Chicken bone, dinosaur bone.
As Lindell leaves the room, she grabs Carlton's hands and she's like, "So we need to talk about if you have any trustworthy friends that are looking for work." As they leave the room to go in the hallway.
I don't have trustworthy friends, and he walks.
Oh, we need to
all
fix
right,
that then,
so-
don't we? Yes.
Yeah, maybe.
Are you gonna sidebar with me?
Sidebar. Yeah.
Okay.
Hey.
Hello. Yeah, so Safkeen just kind of wants to wait until everyone's gone, and then she's just gonna be like, I feel like you might be the best person to ask about this for clarification. And this is gonna sound weird, but can you tell me what a centaur is?
Yes, it's a fey creature. Some of them are on the material plane as well. They usually travel in packs. It is a race of beings that is reminiscent of the rear half of a horse and the front half of a person. So horse legs, but the torso up is like human.
So it doesn't have any human legs,
No, horse legs.
but no horse head.
No, normal person head. Here, I think I have a. She goes over to one of the bookshelves and flips open, and flips to a crude drawing of a centaur. Yes, it's pretty similar to this.
Fair. I mean, you know that centaur forest? Is that actually a thing? Why is it called a centaur? The centaur.
I think it was. There might be fossils of centaurs in that wood. I've just never been able to get the permission to excavate to find out. But as far as I know, there are no centaur on Librany. Occasionally, I think maybe twice in my life, I've seen the species come to Librany from other islands. I think the outer islands, like Melendor, Pelendon, more commonly have centaur.
And so, you have all these skeletons and stuff, right? Of these dinosaurs and stuff like that. If you just took the top part of a person and then took the leg of a centaur and kind of stuck them together, would that kind of look like a centaur? You could make a centaur out of bits of bones, right?
Well,
Kinda.
it's frowned upon in my profession to lie about the creatures we create for our displays. It's more for learning purposes. So, of course, we don't want to lead anyone astray. But, I mean, these creatures are known to exist. So, I would say that as long as you put a disclaimer to let people know it's not an accurate full skeleton, sure, for display purposes.
Could the person's spine connect to the horse's spine?
I imagine so, yes, along the backbone and then, yeah, straight up. So it'd be an L shape.
Because otherwise, that person's gonna flop.
Right, it wouldn't make sense that way.
Huh. So it is half person, half horse. I was asking Tristani about this,
Hmm.
and that's kind of all he said.
Yes, might not be his realm of expertise, but I've handled centaur bones before. I don't think I've ever seen a full skeleton. Um, but
Do you
I
have
think that's
any?
about the gist. No, not in my possession.
Oh. Where did you get them from?
No, I never acquired any. I had just seen some centaur bones in the past.
Oh, fair enough. Well,
I've been on journeys to a few different islands, some of the outer islands as well, and occasionally I'll come across things that I can see but not take.
no. Fair. Fair. Well, thank you. I just wanted
You're
clarification
welcome.
on what exactly
Okay.
one of those things it was.
Sure. Would you like to borrow this book? Read up
Ooh,
on centaur, if it's an interest to you.
sure. Yes,
Okay.
please.
Yeah, here you are.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's kind of a bestiary compendium of different animals.
Hey, a hippocampus
It
in
in-
this?
yes, check under the H's.
Like, flick, 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 flick,
Yep.
flick.
Yeah, you see there's another crude drawing and brief description of the hippocampus.
I used to have one of these, you know.
Really?
Hmm.
Not very often you come
Mine was
across
much
one of
prettier
those.
than
Was
this one.
it I'm not sure where you're from. I guess somewhere southeast.
Probably deep, 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 deep in the ocean.
I see. Yeah, common for a Triton, I suppose.
Hmm.
Hmm.
Cool. Thank you.
Safkeen, roll a perception check for me.
Mm, perception. Ooh, 19.
19. You notice that some of the little doodles and drawings and notes and scratchings on her desk say phrases like "I heart Lilith" and "Lilith and Prunus forever" and um, the tale of Prunus and Lilith and like some little scratchings, like kind of just like the beginnings of little stories that she's written. She seems quite enamored with the main character of the book that she was reading.
Hey, that book. Must be a real good
Which
book, huh?
which book? The animal one?
Mm-hmm. The one you were reading before you fell asleep.
Oh, that bit of a guilty pleasure, I suppose.
What is it, like an adventure story?
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, it's about
Who wrote it?
pirate adventure. I'm not sure. It doesn't have a. It's a pseudonym, so I'm not exactly sure who wrote it.
Huh. So this is what she looks like, the character?
Yeah, and you notice it looks a lot like the Lilith you know.
Hmm. She has nice red
Yes,
hair.
but I don't. It's not a real person. It's just a fictional story. But yeah, I like to imagine what she would look like.
Is she good with mechanics and stuff and fixing things in the story?
In the story, yeah.
Hmm. Hmm.
It's
Maybe I'll borrow that
not the
book.
kind of book that's widely read. Um,
Hmm.
like I said, bit of a guilty pleasure.
Fair. Maybe when I'm finished with the space diary book, I can come and maybe borrow that one after.
Um, you want to borrow it? I have to think about it.
I take good care of it.
It's my
You
only
said it was a good
copy.
book, right? And I sort of glance down and sort of try and look at the cover and see if like it looks kind of
It's
like
beat up. It's beat up. The binding's broken. It looks like she's thumbed through and read this thing hundreds of times.
does it look like homemade? Like a
Uh,
fan fiction book?
I mean, in this time period, like this kind of setting, all books kind of look a little, haphazard. They're not, crisp like machine-made things like modern books. But no, it's in decent condition. It's well made.
Well, I wouldn't want to deprive you of your treasure, but maybe I'll go to a library and see if maybe they have.
You wouldn't find this at a library. There are some specialty shops around Spiralia. You might be able to acquire one.
Fair. Well,
This one's a
I'll take
little
my leave.
taboo. The main character has issues with authority, so the Empire doesn't like to spread these around. Luckily, we are in Liberty, where things are a little bit more relaxed.
He was like all beat up. Her jacket's all
Anyway,
ripped.
enjoy your fee. Don't spend it all in one place, and when you're looking for work, please come back. I do have another job for you.
There's ectoplasm on it.
Thank you, Prunus.
You're welcome. Good day.
Good day.
All right,
Safkin will
we'll
sort
go
of-
ahead and go back.
Our house doesn't have one of those.
Safkin has
Yeah.
potential info.
What about
Will-
Xavier? What if she goes for breakfast with Lady What's Her Face tomorrow morning, and then we leave for sub 2 after breakfast?
I will rest as long as it takes to recover my strength and spells, and then I am off to see Mother.
You can't wait for after breakfast?
Need a date. Did I agree to a date? I don't think I really agreed. So I don't think.
Wait any.
Yeah, but like, who wouldn't want to go on a date with her? She's so cool.
So, Safkin's gonna like stride out of the room and just like kick Lindell's shin.
Ow! Ow! You hit me in the thigh. My shin is down here just because I'm. Ow! Just because I'm only 3 feet tall. You have to put your foot down further. Ow! Why'd you do that?
I don't know.
Did you have a good chat with
Xavier's
Prunus?
mom.
I got a good
Well,
book.
Xavier's mum does have it going on, so
Yeah.
you know.
Or
even
she's
know what
a
the book looks like.
terrifying witch necromancer. Which could it be, Xavier?
You really don't know.
Softkeen?
Mhm.
I am planning on returning home, as is you. I'm not sure about Lindell, but as soon as I have rested enough to get my strength and spells back, I am heading to go see Mother. I cannot wait any longer. The portents and the messages she has sent me in dreams and in emephro form are too strong. I have to go see her now.
Well, that's
This
fine.
guy.
I'll come with.
This guy gets portents.
It
It's important.
is.
I'm going
I'll
with
come
Xavier.
you. Don't mind me tagging along.
Then let us return home and rest until we are strong enough. The journey is
Alright.
short and easy.
I have literally
I
never
don't think
heard
it's
that
either of those
about.
things.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
We've only been on
No.
this island for like a month, and I know that's not true.
Very
Nothing
short
is that
and
easy.
Very easy.
Uh-huh.
Except for some of the creatures we may encounter along the way, but they're easy if you avoid them.
Hey guys, come on, short expectations. All right.
Using it against us.
Okay, gonna
We
go
don't
home.
go up against that creepy monster thing again.
Which one?
That Eidolon.
Oh yeah, the Eidolon. Yeah, of course, Eidolon.
Who's the
Xavier,
red?
you can't make the Eidolon your pet if we come across it, okay? Promise me that.
I don't want to pet Eidolon.
No, Xavier.
Oh,
Also, I
yeah.
don't know if we should bring Frankie. We should probably leave Frankie at home.
Very well.
Okay, so you guys are
Probably
heading
should,
back to the Colchester mansion?
Yes.
but
What
we-
is Frankie's speed? Like 10 foot?
What?
He's
Oh.
how big is Frankie?
What's Frankie's speed?
Oh,
It's-
speed.
Oh, let's
I thought his
see.
speed was normal. It's like 30.
I think it's 30
Oh.
feet. Let me check.
Yeah, I think so.
Frankie can hustle.
He's got hustle.
Oh god, imagine
Frankie
if
got
Frankie was
hustle.
like, you're walking home in the middle of the night and then you just did this dog, 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 dog. And Frankie's just like behind you running up like
His speed
"Whoa."
is 30 feet.
Yeah, 30 feet. All right, so you guys make your way back to the Colchester mansion.
Actually, on the way back.
Yep.
Xavier, were you going to say something?
I think Frankie may need to come with us. I think he's
Oh,
got a part to play in all this.
that's
But Frankie
uncomfortable.
smells really bad.
There we go.
why would your mother be interested in something from Otherweir, Xavier?
She's interested in all things from Otherweir.
That's what I was afraid you were gonna say.
I'm sure she'll be very interested to meet you.
I'll wear my Sunday best.
Hooray!
so you guys-
Another embroidered Aubergian outfit.
Yes, I'm
Yes,
gonna go
yes.
pull out my.
Okay, so you guys
In
make your way
blue.
back to the Colchester mansion. Carlton Clarence gets back and he kind of picks up for the day. He's kind of done with his job for the day and needs to go see his family. So he's gonna kind of peace out.
Carlton barely
do
did his
that.
job today. Carlton, you suck.
In the meantime, on the way, Lindell.
Yeah, Lindell's going to tell the group, be like, so if we're leaving first thing in the morning to go to sub 2, I have to do some quick shopping. Does anyone want to come with?
What are you intending to buy?
Well, I want to stop at Alchemist Anonymous and see if they have any special potions that might help us going in down to sub 2. And I want to stop at the not Do It Dwarven, but the Fantastic Filigree, just to see if there's anything else that might help us. You know, if we're leaving first thing in the morning, as soon as we wake up, then we won't have time to go shopping in the morning. And I'd love to stop at an armorer and just have him stop by the house quickly. Oh, and that guy who does carpentry too. Just because while we're gone, then they can work on, you know, stuff.
Who?
The journey is relatively simple to Mother's house.
Yeah, you keep saying that, Xavier, but it takes like a full day to get to sub 1. So
I have a hard time with telling time and how long things actually take, but I
We know.
remember it being a very short amount of time to get out. Of course, then I got captured and thrown in
Yeah,
prison and was
We found you in a cage. I don't think you understand how far that journey was, Xavier.
yes. Again, I appreciate you freeing me from the cage I was in.
Okay.
All right, so
We need some. I think
Yeah.
I'm completely
Who wants
out
to
of
go
health
shopping?
potions, so I would
Yeah.
go look for some
yeah,
help.
like that's the thing. Like if
Yeah.
we're going to stock, if we should probably just stock up quick if we are going to go on another adventure tomorrow. Like health potions, you know, any other special potions, special equipment. We should do that quick before we go, if that's okay.
Otherwhere has frozen over. You wants to go shopping.
No, I just don't want to die. I just want to help.
All right, so who's going shopping? Who's going back to the mansion? You guys all just want to go or
Shopping.
sleepy?
Back,
I just want to go to the
Back to the
potion
mansion.
store.
And
back to the
Safin?
mansion.
What time is it?
It's getting late. I would say round about dinner time.
Okay. Safkin will head back to the house.
I only need to meditate for a few hours. the rest of my time I'm gonna spend making some bombs.
All right, potion making. Very good. So Kit, if you want to go ahead and start with the materials I gave you, see what you can make. I think you can kind of run yourself through it and just tell me the outcome.
Yeah.
Okay. So Safkeen, is there anything specific that you're looking for?
Safkeen's going home. I thought.
Oh, you're going home. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm going home.
Was there anything specific that you wanted to do when you got back?
Yes, she wants to talk to Lillith.
Talk to Lillith.
And also
Okay.
cook dinner. She also wants to cook dinner.
Okay. Yeah. Sure. You could probably talk to Lillith while everybody else is shopping and cook after that. She's upstairs in the kind of inventing room, kind of cleaning things up a little bit, getting it back into a useful workshop. Seb's in there helping her. He's sweeping up the dusty room, and she's putting in new electric lights to make it a little bit less drab and dim in there, better for working. And she's kind of screwing in a new light bulb that illuminates when you walk in. Oh, hi, Safkeen.
She'll be like, Safkeen will glance at Seb, like sweeping up, and be like, cute, nice, good job, Seb. Are you busy, or can I talk to you?
Always busy, but hang on a second. She takes her little goggles and puts them up, climbs down a ladder. Yeah, what can I do for you?
Two things. Well, kind of two things. Kind of. Okay. First thing.
First, how did it go? You guys okay?
Oh, yeah, we got everything.
Oh, great.
Good
Good,
job.
Wonderful.
Done. Good job.
I'm doing a little work in here. I hope you like it.
Sure.
Like's a strong word. It's getting there.
Okay, one. Do you know how to potentially like make toilets? Anything like that?
Yeah, I could make a toilet.
I mean, you're going to be living with us for a while.
Yeah, I know that. I understand. Believe me, I understand. It's been a trip.
And I mean,
I've just been going down to the horticulture guild. Yeah, I can figure something out.
Awesome. Cool.
Yeah.
Second thing. I'm not really the best person for like chit chat and stuff. I'm not Genevieve.
Did she say that out loud to Lillith?
Yeah.
I'm not the.
I don't know. You seem pretty good at it.
What's your full name?
Promise not to tell the guard. I know you won't.
Yeah.
It's just you saw how that woman was looking at me. What was her name? Dawn Lux?
Oh yeah.
There's a bounty for me right now, so I need to lay low. Don't use my last name in mixed public. It's Braddock. My father was somewhat of a contentious historical figure. He's a pirate.
And his last name was Braddock?
Benjamin Braddock, yeah.
Why does that sound familiar?
Yeah, it's not a real person.
It sounds super familiar.
Yeah.
Anyway,
I feel like we've heard that before.
Oh no.
I was brought up kind of in the pirate life, so to speak, but I've always been more interested in tinkering. So when I was old enough, I emancipated and went to work for the Inventors Guild on Forgefall.
So
and then got in with is Magnus Guildsprocket here on the island doing coal mining research with cats and the rest you've heard.
So the last name now, Jennifer has forgotten the name of that
Sure.
person. But Safkeen would not have forgotten. Though I don't think it was Braddock.
Benjamin Braddock is the main character in The Graduate, played by Dustin Hoffman. I'm sorry. I knew I
know
that
the
character.
book that Prunus was reading. What was the
I think Benjamin Braddock is also the name of a literary pirate, very famous literary pirate.
Oh. Pirate. Okay.
Or maybe a real one. Might have been a real one. Anyway, yeah.
what was the last name of that character? Was it Braddock?
In the book
Which
that
one?
Prentice was reading?
In the
Yeah,
book that Prunus was reading.
Yeah, it was
Oh,
The
it was
Adventures of Lillith Braddock.
Oh, okay. So never mind that then. Be like, So you and Kat, you used to live in Librany?
Yes, we were colleagues. We both worked for is Magnus Gaius Guildsprocket. He's the Is it Guild leader, and he's also the Minister of Energy on the island.
I love you, David.
So you and Kat, you're like friends, right?
We had a little falling out, but sure. I hope so. She's coming here.
Is everybody back?
Do you know anyone else on Librany? Other than us and that weird thief guy and all of his accomplices.
His name is Zev.
Yes, the professor at the Arcane University, Lafayette.
He's a golem.
Okay, besides him?
Well, yes,
gonna
I know
be
many
like-
people. Where are you going with this?
His body, right? Right? We did hit. I hope she doesn't recognize it. That's going to be really awkward if she's like, "Hey, is that
What did you
Lafayette?"
hide?
No. She's thinking that. She's thinking that.
Okay, she's thinking that. Got it. Oh, Benjamin Haddock. That is.
Boo.
So so you know that the whole like genie thing that we just finished, right?
Yeah.
We just came from this really nice lady. She's really smart and she's pretty cool. She lent me this cool book about centaurs. She's gonna like pull out her like beast book thing.
That's great.
Her name's Prunus Hollyrath.
Hollyhock.
Prunus Hollyrath. Okay.
Name doesn't ring a bell?
Not offhand. She likes books. Okay.
Yeah.
Is this
She loves
somebody that is a friend of yours? What are you asking me?
Mainly, I'm asking if you recognize the name or not.
No.
I don't know how long you've been in Librany before, and she's been here for a while, so I don't know if you. I just want to know if you knew her, I guess.
No.
She's really nice and smart.
Do you
Maybe
like
I could
her, or are you asking me to help you get a date with her, or what is this?
No. No, quite the opposite.
Are you trying to hook her up with Prunus?
Yes.
Yeah, she is.
She seems just as oblivious to it as Safkeen would be to that sort of question herself.
Supposed to take something.
Like,
Yes. Oh, sorry.
I know. Me no with Prune no, but maybe you and Prunus? She's
The way you're talking makes me think that you're in love with someone.
I mean, that's totally beside the point. That's nothing to do with
Right.
anything. Oh.
Safkeen, she puts her arm up on your shoulder. Is this person real?
The person I like?
This person that
Or
you're
Prunus?
talking about.
Thank you.
Prunus, yes. Is Prunus real? Is this a real person?
Prunus is real. Prunus is not the person I like, but Prunus is real.
Prunus isn't a shy, awkward Triton. Okay.
Oh,
right.
no. Oh, no.
You
I've-
said the most.
No.
Okay, maybe clarify. What are you asking me?
Okay. I don't know if you know this, but there are books written about you. And Prunus really likes those books, and she thinks you're really cool, and I thought I could introduce you to her. She thinks you're a fictional
There are
character.
books
Really
about
not.
me?
Yeah, they're like not a lot of. She said that they're barely like any in existence because you're like anti-authority or whatever.
I would very much like to know the contents of these books.
Oh.
Well, I could introduce you to Prunus and she could show you, I guess. I don't know what the books are. She didn't let me borrow it.
This guy.
I'm not
Yeah.
sure if it would be wise for me to leave the mansion
That's good.
What about
with
if
the
we
god
disguise?
presence and my bounty.
We could disguise you as old lady Lillith.
To go get the book?
Yeah, and meet Prunus.
Okay.
That's so original, though.
We'll think about this. I have some things to think about now. And she just kind of turns around and walks back up the ladder and continues working on the light.
Just had the most
I'm
awkward
sorry, I didn't-
conversation with that woman.
The eye contact, the eye expressions were amazing.
I didn't mean to worry you.
It's
I know that
it's
you're
okay. I have some things in my past I'm not proud of. Not to be rude, but would you leave me alone to think?
Sure.
Thank you, Sofkeen.
I'm gonna go cook some food, so if you want some, it'll be in the kitchen.
Sure. Thank you. She turns around and nods, puts her goggles back on, and goes back to work.
Hey, get out of here.
So if Keen's gonna like leave and like mutter to herself, I bet if Jen tried to matchmake, she'd do a lot better than I did.
Speaking of which, Jen, are you doing anything before bed?
So I'm gonna head back to my room.
Yeah.
And sit on the bed. Feeling kind of put out because I didn't really want to use my wish for that.
Oh.
I'm gonna try to cast sending.
Yep.
And try again. And just see fizzles of like purple sparks fade out because I'm drained and go to sleep.
Oh.
Okay.
Pretty sad day for me, sorry.
Yeah, with kind of salty, watery eyes, you finally find rest.
Did you want to wish for Othmel to come out of prison?
Oh.
Oh.
Simultaneously, you is just stomping into the potion shop.
All right,
Straight to
so
the health
Yeah,
potion.
Yeah,
if we go
let's-
to just on the way, Fantastic Filigree is here, and then if around the corner is Alchemist. If we just move quick, it should be all right.
I'll follow
okay,
Lindell.
so you guys are first doing potion shopping,
Lindell
right?
has her urchin ability, which allows her to travel twice as quick through
Oh,
city
yeah.
streets.
I'll tell you what.
Ooh,
So
I'm
first
racing
you have
after
to go
you.
to.
Am I like?
Yeah, so she's taking like all these little like side bends, and then there's one where you have to like crawl under a fence.
You's gonna have
and
to do
then
dexterity
it's like-
check.
Okay. No, it's fine. So you go to the potion shop first, looking for potions.
Is that
Sure,
whichever one is in the loop first? Yeah.
Well, yeah, according
Okay.
to the map from where we're coming, I think Fantastic Filigree would be first, and then the potion shop would be last,
Oh, okay.
if I remember correctly.
Much.
Depending which staircase we took down.
Doesn't matter. We'll just do potions first, since that's what you
Oh.
mentioned first.
Okay, deal. Yeah.
They are open for another 20 minutes as you guys kind of hop in. You are looking for what now?
Health potions,
Yeah.
Okay.
Any healing potions?
healing potions.
Mhm.
Sorry.
All right. Go ahead and roll, each of you, roll a D100 for me.
A
Ooh.
100.
2 10s is fine too, as long as you know what's high and what's low.
Is it like you said they haven't restocked?
62.
Hmm.
62. Okay.
We haven't bought stuff at the potion shop specifically in a while, so.
Wait, which one do I put in front? Do I have 18 or 81?
I don't know. I can't see what you have.
So wait, so what's that?
Which one was your high and which one was your low?
This.
High. So 81.
Oh.
Okay. So. Let's see.
Because I can't remember the last time we went shopping. Because you said they restock like every week, 1 week.
I think, well, yeah, but our day took 2 months in real lifetime.
Well, I think it was.
So-
But I don't think we've shopped in a week, like in the game time. We didn't
on
go
the
shopping
on the
after-
timer screen. I think there's a timer for when Fantastic Filigree and whatever
Oh.
restocks, isn't there?
So there
Ooh.
is. Okay, so at the potion shop, Lindell, they do have
Yeah.
one superior healing potion.
Ooh, how much?
Let's see. Superior is, I think it's 1,500. I think it's expensive. Hang on.
Whoa.
I completely forgot that Xavier had something to pick up there. Could he have asked Lindell to pick up his
Yeah.
Is it the
package?
acid? Oh.
It's the basilisk tongue he was trying to get.
Yeah, they have the basilisk
Whoa.
tongue that
Then
Xavier
you
was
want a
waiting
basilisk
for.
tongue, Xavier.
So superior healing potion, they'll give you those together for 1,500 gold.
Okay.
Let's
And what
see
does you get?
here.
This poor modest wizard. She just wants a couple healing potions.
There is one. What's the mid range?
Greater.
Greater. There
Greater.
is one greater healing potion that is 1,000 gold, and then there is also a potion of prestidigitation.
We don't need that. We've got Xavier.
That actually. Excuse me. Potion person.
Mhm.
I have a kind of an odd request. I know it's probably all the rage with the ladies around here, but do you have any sort of potions that can be used on a daily basis? For example, for the changing of one's eye color or the changing of one's hair color or anything like that. Just sort of, like magical accent type of potions.
Magical accent. Yes. I'll tell you what, if you buy the potion of prestidigitation, I will throw in this minor elixir right here. It is a potion that will change your hair color to any color you choose.
Permanently or just
8 hours.
do you have anything that can be used? So I'm looking for something that can either change something permanently or can be used every day for like everyday change.
Well, you could buy one of these for every day of the week.
Good marketing.
That's true. How much are they?
If you buy the potion of prestidigitation, that's 50 gold. Then this little potion is 20 gold.
Do you have anything? I'm very interested. Do you have anything that also does eye color?
Um,
Hair color is one thing, but only a
Roll me-
master potion maker should be able to make something, you know, that does.
Are you trying to intimidate?
No. I'm trying to. I don't know.
No, I don't have anything in stock right now. Sorry.
Any other changes? Skin color, shoulder width, bust production.
Just what you see here. Now, I could probably get
I
you.
imagine a
one-
bust one might be very. You know,
I could probably get
Pardon?
you a 1 week supply of the hair color change.
okay. No, like leg extension or toenail trimming or anything like that.
No,
Nothing.
nothing like that. Sorry.
Okay. I will take 1 week supply of the minor elixir plus.
Okay.
And what does the potion of prestidigitation do exactly? You drink it,
And then poof, you're clean.
oh, it cleans yourself.
The
Oh, that's gross.
prestidigitation spell.
I don't really want that one.
Oh. Well,
do you
then
want
the
that one?
price goes up for the elixir.
No,
Well, here's what I'm thinking of doing.
prestidigitate.
I'm thinking of buying the potion of superior healing. In fact,
Yes, and the basilisk tongue that we've already made the deal for.
I'm
Yes.
thinking that this greater healing potion is way overpriced. I keep forgetting we shouldn't shop in our own district.
Oh
yeah, you know, when I
Really?
went shopping, a while back, there's a shop across the way. They sell greater healing potions for 500 gold pieces, don't
That's
they?
what I thought. Wasn't that just like last week?
Roll a persuasion check.
Right?
Roll a persuasion check.
With advantage because we're working together.
Advantage working together?
No, just straight roll.
Oh, well, that's not good. Okay, let me see what my plus is.
Just you then? Okay.
11.
11.
Oh.
Yeah.
No.
Well, what do you think? Hugh?
1,500.
That's 100 of your platinum pieces.
How many did I just get? 200?
Yeah.
But, I mean, we're about to go down to your marketplace. They sell any healing potions down in Sub 1?
I tell you what.
Oh no, they sell potions
Lindell.
that taste like dirt. That's all that
Oh.
is. Yeah.
I know those. I made a
Lindell,
few of those. in
you
my
should
time.
be able to roll 2 for that.
For persuasion.
Yeah.
Yep.
She's way cuter than me. I'm all beat up. I smell
I'm
like
super
ectoplasm.
cute.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 18 points worth
18.
of cute.
Okay. So we've got the. All right, we've got the superior healing potion. We've got the basilisk tongue.
The greater. But I don't
The
want to pay
greater.
1,000 for it. Come on.
Yeah, Jesus.
And then 5 of the hair color.
I thought you said for a
But I-
week, so 7
Oh, 7.
or 10, or is it a 10-day or a 7-day week?
7-day week.
7-day week. Okay.
7 of the hair color. Okay. So let's.
I just
see.
keep forgetting that we live in the ritzy place with all the highest prices. We got so fancy. We're living in a really fancy place.
Cute.
That would be a good T-shirt. I'm 18 worth of cute.
I will sell you the lot. The superior potion, the greater potion, the basilisk tongue, and 7 of the hair change color. Let's see, for 2,500 gold pieces.
Oh, so we basically get the hair change potions for free.
Oh, I gotcha. Because mine would still be
What do you think?
1,000.
Yeah, if you put in 1,000, I'll put in 1,500.
And then we'll get. Okay. This thing better save my life. Okay, I'm going to buy the healing potion.
Okay.
Deal.
So that's 2,500 gold pieces, and you
So
guys
I'll
get
take off
one superior,
1,500 from mine.
Yeah, I took
one
mine off.
greater, and then Xavier, you're going to get your basilisk tongue.
Okay.
Xavier,
then
can you mark it off?
7
Because I'm going to forget to give it to you.
And you know what I'm doing with it, right? I sent you a message, by the way.
Oh, did you? Okay, I forgot what you were doing with it, but that's okay. So you will have that ingredient for your concoctions.
Okay, potion of
Okay.
healing superior.
All right.
Lovely.
So Xavier,
Um,
go ahead and roll.
For all 5 of them?
So individually, just to see the results and check the results. Okay. So yeah, you guys get all of that at the potion shop. What's the next step?
Mhm.
fantastic filigree.
Fantastic filigree. Right. Fantastic filigree, where are you? All right, yeah, they're open for a little while. So you guys head in. It doesn't look like they have a whole lot new since you were just there about a day and a half ago.
Oh, really?
They do
Yeah,
have
that
one
was
normal
back in
healing
November,
potion.
but
It was, yes.
okay.
So they still have they have torches, they have the cloak of the bat, they have the helm of water breathing, they have the pole of angling, they have one normal healing potion for 50 gold, and
I thought we bought
one
the pole of
greater
angling.
healing potion for 250 gold.
I knew it.
Then
Oh,
they also
those
have
two.
the efficient quiver and a +1 hand axe.
What? What? Wait, didn't I come in here to check to see if they had an emerald seed for you? Did they get the emerald
Yeah, you
seed in?
did.
Yeah.
No, not yet.
Okay, it hasn't been long enough.
Shipment hasn't come in yet.
Okay. So what's their stupid healing potions?
Okay, so the normal healing potion, they have one of those for 50 gold. They have one greater healing potion for 250 gold.
I'll buy that shit.
And you
That's
guys are
cheap.
getting repeat customer prices here
Yeah.
Okay. I want
because you've already shopped there like 10 times.
I want the other greater healing potion.
Okay,
I like
so
that better.
Stop over
250.
and ask for that. Yep.
Yep, 250 gold pieces.
I'm so tired of almost dying.
250 gold pieces.
You
All
give
right,
me
very
that.
good.
Oh, Galmia, Gan Brackets, good to see you.
Oh, good to see you too, lass. What can we get for you?
Can you just give me a quick rundown of your prices? I know you're closing soon, so I don't want to take up too much time, but you just go quick rundown of prices?
Okay, so what are you interested in, Lindell?
All of them.
All of them? Okay, the helm of water. Oh, they also have a skull cap. That's
Like a
600 gold
literal
pieces.
skull, or like a beanie.
It's a beanie, but it looks like a skull. A skull cap. It's 600
does
gold
the skull
pieces.
cap?
Skeleton.
What does the skull cap do?
It makes you smart, like a wizard caster person makes you smarter.
I thought you were going to be like, it makes me smart, like a skeleton. I was like, I really don't think skeletons have much in the way of intelligence.
You that could make you smart.
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 Can I
The cloak of the bat is 1,400 gold pieces.
Okay.
what does it do?
What does the
The
cloak
helm of water breathing is 1,000 gold pieces.
Oh.
The pole of angling is 175 gold pieces. And then there's the 2 healing potions, which I already covered. The efficient quiver is 2,500 gold pieces.
Hmm.
And the +1 hand axe is 1,200 pieces.
Okay.
What does the pole of angling do? Does it just catch loads of fish?
Oh, here. You grab the pole. Oh, you're not there. You grab the pole, you hit the button, and
Lindell says, what does
fishing
this do?
pole. It's a rod that you speak a command word, and it turns into a fishing pole.
I thought I bought this for Safkeen already, didn't I?
Safkeen does not.
Did you?
I thought I had it for some reason, or I was
Yeah,
gonna
or
take.
Xavier bought it.
Oh, maybe somebody did buy it already.
I thought
don't know.
it was
Well, I'm
gonna.
glad you
We've got another one.
Another one. What does the cloak of the bat do? What do all of them do?
The cloak of the bat lets you fly around and soar like a bat.
Like a bat. That's so cool. Lindell, you should get that.
Yeah, that is super cool.
Honestly, I haven't
and
looked it up in a while. I can't remember.
And how much for the
much was
+1 hand axe?
+1 hand axe, 1,200 gold.
What about the quiver again? The efficient quiver.
Quiver 2,500.
I don't have that much because you made me spend it at the other place.
You want the quiver?
Also-
What do you want the quiver
fine.
for, you?
Because I can carry around nice, sharp, good swords for all of my skeletons. And it only weighs 2
In the
pounds.
quiver?
Yeah, the efficient quiver, like, right? Like you can open all these compartments, and then it'll hold up to like 8 javelins, and
Well, a quiver's for like arrows.
yeah, but
No?
it's what it is. Look at the equipment.
can
The
hold loads of
efficient
stuff.
quiver. Yeah.
Yeah, so you guys can look these up. The
Wonders
Cloak
of
of
the
the Bat.
Wonders. Each quiver has 3 compartments that connects to an extra dimensional space that allows the
Oh.
quiver to hold numerous items while never weighing more than 2 pounds. So the
Oh.
shortest compartment can hold 60 arrows, bolts, or similar objects. The mid-sized compartment holds up to 18 javelins or similar
What?
objects. And the longest compartment holds up to 6 long objects such as bows, quarterstaffs, and spears. So I could have
You can
enough
hand out your
weapons for all my
skeleton
undead.
weapons
I could have
as you
have an-
animate
That's
them.
right.
You're just handing out weapons.
Ooh.
That's exactly what I was
How-
thinking.
The Cloak of the Bat is how much money?
That's pretty cool.
Is 1,200?
Cloak of the Bat
1,500.
is 1,400.
And the quiver?
2,500.
2,500.
I should just go
Oof.
beat up the other shopkeeper. Wait, I can't beat anybody up. I have no strength.
You can
Get my
threaten
money
them
back.
with skeletons.
That's true. I'm tapped out. I have no spells.
So the skull cap, you can look it up. It's not in D&D Beyond, but it's called a Hat of Wizardry.
Hat of wizardry. I can't even raise these chicken bones to scare them. Hat of wizardry.
Hit them on the head with them.
Oh, this book has
Basically, it lets you try a cantrip you don't know.
No. Wow.
It lets me try a cantrip you don't know.
So there's a chance you'll fail.
Yes.
Is there a backlash?
Just you can't use it again. until you rest.
No, it just wastes your action.
Oh, I gotcha.
But you can only use it once, I think,
Oh.
per long rest. So it's like a Hail Mary last ditch effort.
Mm.
Or
Alright.
if you don't have the right kind of magic to do something, you can try something out of your discipline.
Mm.
Oh, like cast a cleric spell or something.
Well, for example, like those draconic doors in Otherwhere that you guys had to open with spell magic. If you don't have the right school of magic, you could try a cantrip you don't know.
Oh.
That kind of thing.
much
That's
is
really the
this-
best use I could see for it.
How much is the skull
Hmm.
cap?
600 gold.
Oh, goodness me. That's a
But
lot
it can
of
only
money.
be attuned by a wizard.
Well, that answers that question. Um, I'm definitely going to buy the Pole of Angling and the Cloak of the Bat.
Okay. So that is 1,575 gold pieces.
No one wants
You're
to
just
get the
gonna have to
helm
keep-
of water building so you can go swimming with Safkeen.
I have
Water's
I took
gross.
Safkeen, I took a water breathing spell so that I could go. Yeah, I have water breathing.
I think someone of you, I think, can make everybody breathe water or
I
breathe
can
air.
do 10
wait,
willing
not have
creatures.
to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah,
Yeah, and it's a long duration too. I think it's
24
like 8
hours. Yeah,
24
we
hours,
could go. We could totally go swimming with you,
Yeah.
Safkeen. So I don't need a helm,
That's
Yeah.
but I would like to be able to equip all of my undead army with weapons.
Okay,
Got
so
some
Lindell,
more-
you
I
bought
don't
the
have-
Pole of Angling. You bought
Yep.
the Cloak of the
Cloak
Bat.
of the Bat. Yeah.
Okay. What about the healing potions?
I bought the-
Did you buy the greater?
I bought the greater. I already deducted it from my gold.
Okay, you bought the greater. There was still one normal healing potion for 50
Oh
gold.
yeah, no, it's okay. I got Spare the Dying.
Um,
It does like the same thing.
Okay, and then the helm, the efficient quiver, and the hand axe.
Yeah,
Yep,
I
and
can't
the
afford
skull
it.
cap.
We're leaving.
Lindell's a pass.
Okay,
I
all right,
usually
that's
get
it. Was there anywhere else you guys wanted to go?
No, but as they leave the Fantastic Filigree, Lindell pulls on Yu's cloak and be like, I have a weird plan. I'm gonna send a message right now, but just don't judge me, promise, okay?
You is judging you with her eyes.
Immediately, yeah. Lindell is gonna send a message with her last 3rd level spell slot of the day to Jenica Dawnlux.
Okay.
Oh.
Lindell is going to say to Jenica Dawnlux, it's Lindell, Colchester Estate. Important information, high profile bounty. Please come at your earliest possible time this evening. Like soon. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting. Oh, by the way.
Okay, that's it. Say love you, bye. Love you, bye.
No, you gotta leave it hanging a little bit, right? You want them to.
You wait a moment, and you get a reply. I understand. Thank you for the tip. That's it.
You realizes she has a 4th level left, so she starts looking around and see if there's anybody she should mind spike.
Okay. Here, we got to go quick. Back to the estate. Come on, quick, come on.
Okay, so you guys make your way back. All right. So Xavier, how'd you do on your alchemy?
I messaged you. I think they were all at least average, which was 2d6 plus 2 damage. One was above average. I don't know if that gives me more damage or not. The other potion I tried to make, I got a 20, a dirty. And then lastly, I'd like to try to use the Cloud Orchid and the Hookah Water. He's thinking it would create some sort of concealment, teleport, escape type potion. He has no idea, but he's just going to go for it and see what happens.
All right, and how'd you roll on that one?
That was a 19.
19. That one doesn't quite work. You can see the ingredients kind of go inert and just dissipates into nothing. The samples are lost, unfortunately.
Do I know why? Did I learn at least what I did wrong?
Roll an intelligence check for me.
Just straight intelligence?
Mm-hmm.
What is my intelligence? 13. Not great.
You think you either need a third more powerful ingredient to mix with these or a powerful catalyst in order to heighten it to a certain level. But what you also gain is that I think I made a mistake doing this process. I don't think I did it long enough or something like that. So basically, mechanically, the roll just wasn't high enough.
Okay, cool. Did my
but
other...
with another ingredient, it could become easier.
Okay, so I probably need something else for either concealment or teleport.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep. The Dirty 20 does work for the animal friendship. So you do have one potion of animal friendship, and then your frost potions, the 3 of them are average power. And then the 4th one... Yeah, the 4th one is going to be that above average. So it'll be normal and greater.
So that's going to give me, is it 3d6?
It's an extra d6, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
2. So I have 3 that are at 2d6 and 1 that's at 3d6. Is that still a +2 or a +3?
+3.
Cool. Does it increase the amount of time that someone is entangled from my potion?
Not yet. Not yet. Not quite high enough level.
As soon as he's finished with the one potion, he is going to go to Genevieve's room and knock on the door.
Okay.
Hello?
It's Xavier. May I come in?
Come on in. Go for it.
He comes in and walks over to Genevieve and says, I appreciate you lending me the pieces of your special log that I used to create my fire potions. And as we agreed, here is your potion of love. And he hands you a small vial of glowing liquid.
That's
I
so
don't know what to
sweet.
say. Thank you. This is wonderful. Does the person have to ingest it? Does it just need to have it on them? How does it work?
He kind of cocks his head and says, person?
Does the wait? What kind of love is this?
You will ingest it, and animals will be in love with you.
So cute. Oh.
Thank you.
You're welcome. He turns on his heel and walks out of the room.
Aww.
Thank you very much. That's lovely.
Well, the question is, does it work on centaurs?
Yes. Just
Everyone
have
wants
him
to
for
know.
bait.
Halfway.
I see a new adventures of Lillith Braddock being written in the future.
Oh my goodness.
Okay. All right. So I think that's everybody.
So as Lindell and you are like rushing back to the estate, Lindell tells her the plan. So it's like,
What's the
okay,
plan?
here's what we're going to. So here's what we're going to do. Okay, I think I have an idea on how we can get Lilith off scot-free. Okay,
Oh.
Jenica hates me because she arrested us, and so she's the perfect person for this plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a bit of Lilith's hair, prick her finger, put some of Lilith's blood on it, then get Lilith to drink the potion of hair changing, and I'm proficient with the disguise kit, so in like literally an action or 6 seconds I can do some stuff with her face to make her look different. She's going to pick a new name. Then when we meet with Jenica, I'm going to be like, and I have one more harness divine power, so I can make myself all charismatic and good at lying and talking and stuff again. You remember Lawyer Lindell? I can be like her again.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah. And then what we do is we meet with Jenica and we be like, so with what happened with Foreteller and the genie, Lilith is dead. Here is proof of her dying. Here's her hair and her blood. She is dead. Either you can get the bounty or we can get the bounty. Either, but I would like you to just turn it in as the bounty is now nil because she has passed on. And then here's the best part. And then we have Lilith in disguise walk into the room and we introduce her as our new employee who works for the estate.
How long can she keep up that costume?
So the disguise just lasts. Once I make it for her, as long as like she has access to putting more makeup on, I can make her like a fake nose or like a bum chin or different eyebrows or something like. And once I make it for her, I mean, obviously I'll spend the night to, refine it, fix the gum and, fix the hairs and whatnot.
Yeah.
But she can literally just take it off and put it back on every day.
That's actually a really nice plan for you to think up of, Lindell. I've been so caught up in my own problems. I kind of didn't think that whenever we go down below, we would just be leaving her in house arrest in a dangerous situation.
And I mean, she's between Carlton and Clarence. She's the only one at the house, and she's doing. I'm assuming she's going to help us with the toilet problem.
Yeah,
and she's got to be able. Here's the thing. She's got to be able to leave the estate to go and get supplies, right, and to get groceries and like get materials and whatnot. And if that bounty's still on her head, she can't leave the estate safely.
I can always provide a corpse if they want more proof. I mean,
oh, do you have a corpse downstairs? Oh my gosh, that would be perfect.
I think I do.
Oh my god!
I have to see if I have any female corpses.
Listen. Use the disguise kit on the decomposing torso of Lafayette and make him look like Lilith, and then be like, "Here she is."
Oh, but I've got big plans.
I don't know.
I've got big plans.
That's an excellent idea. I hear Safkeen's voice working through you.
No, that's not me.
But
I have plans for Lafayette. Make him into a centaur, and I'm gonna
that's-
ride him around town while I punch him behind the
I know.
head.
Plus, I mean, it's really bloody, and I know I gentle reposed him, so he's not decomposing right now.
Nice.
But like, it's that would take a lot of work, like a lot of work. So it's easier just to be like, here's some hair and her blood, and obviously, right, like she's dead. You have to take our word for it because we have all these badges and we're like heroes of Seon and like the heroes of Spiralia and stuff like that. You have to trust
You're very
us,
trustworthy.
right?
Very trustworthy.
You're going on a date with what's her face, the ruler of all Spiralia.
No, you have to stop
tomorrow.
saying that out loud. You have manifested. As a wizard, I
What do you
believe in
think? What do you think?
manifesting.
Do you have as we're running like under another fence and like through an alleyway that you have to go sideways through? What do you think? Good plan? Bad plan? Good plan? Bad plan?
I like it. I wouldn't feel right just leaving Lillith while we. I mean, who knows how long it's going to take us to get to Mother? Xavier has no concept
plus-
of time.
Right? And Carlton is a doofus. He's gonna mess up at some point. So we have to just deal with this. Like
He is the damsel in distress of our party.
Before long, you see Lilith and 2 guards coming up the boardwalk toward the Colchester
wait,
mansion.
Lilith and 2 guards or Jenica
Or,
and 2
sorry,
guards?
Jenica and 2 guards.
Oh no!
She's here too fast. She's here too.
Okay.
What do you want me to do? Stall?
Okay,
What do you want
that's right. You go inside and get the things that I need ready. I will stall. Okay.
Okay. I'm gonna pretend I know what
as-
she needs.
Well, I need hair and blood,
yeah.
right? Hair and blood. And she gives you the minor elixirs of hair changing. Take the hair sample first, get the blood on the hair, and then get her to drink the potion to prove that she has different colored hair.
Okay. She doesn't really like me, but we'll try. I'm gonna go inside.
Okay.
I'm gonna
yeah,
use
Jenica-
harness divine power to get back a 2nd level spell slot.
Okay. Yep. And Jenica makes her way up with the 2 guards to
So
the
as
edge
we're
of
running
the
up, you're
gate.
like, yeah, Jenica, hey, it's Lindell. Is it Lindell and you? Hey, just a minute. Hey.
Hey, girlfriend. Hey.
Hey, girlfriend.
Just Sofkeen just hey from
Uh.
inside. Hey. You just burst into the kitchen where Sofkeen and Lilith is, and it's like, I need your blood and hair. No, wait, that's not right. Lilith, how would you like to be able to go outside again? Wait.
No. Okay, so
Hi.
here's, so Lindell is outside with Jenica. She activates her enhance ability, Eagle's Splendor, right while she's like running up, and she's stalling while you is doing all of this.
No, wait,
So-
not just blood and hair. You also have to drink this.
All right.
Sofkeen, are you cooking? What is this?
So she
Yeah.
pricks her finger and drinks the thing and does whatever.
Lindell didn't want to abandon you here, stuck in the house, and she's real sweet like that, so.
Lilith says, "So what does this potion do?" And she drinks it. Nothing happens. She reaches over and grabs an apple and starts throwing it up in her hand, and her hair turns the same green color as the apple. Oh,
Ooh. Oh, I didn't.
that's new.
I really didn't know how this was gonna work. Wait, is she like a chameleon? Touch this! I don't know what I'll hand her.
Yeah, what are you gonna hand her?
Are we in the kitchen? Am I with Sofkeen?
Yeah, you're in the kitchen.
Have her touch Sofkeen's skin. Will she turn blue? I'm gonna
Um,
drag Sofkeen over to her.
I'm nothing. What are you doing?
Drag her hand over.
No, her hair stays green.
Okay. Ooh. What kind of creature or person has green hair? We gotta come up with a backstory if anybody asks.
Orions? No,
An
okay.
anime character.
And we need a name too, a new name.
Oh, yeah. So what's going on, Lilith? I'll explain it. Yeah, Lilith. So see, you're going to be a new person. You don't even have to be Lilith anymore. So you need to come up with a name
okay.
that doesn't rhyme with Lilith. And
So Killith is off.
yeah, no, Timothy.
That's a very anime thing, yeah.
How about I don't know.
Another banshee name, a vengeful woman, Lady Macbeth. I'll call you Lady Macbeth.
Sure. I'm Lady Macbeth with green hair. What are we doing?
Mac, I explained to her. Lilith is outside. She's stalling Jenica. We're gonna tell him you're dead.
Jenica's here.
Shh.
Okay.
Outside, it's fine. Lilith has it handled.
Right, I'm Lady Macbeth.
Lilith
no
is-
one would suspect me.
No, Lilith is in lawyer mode. No, you're Lilith. Lindell is in lawyer mode.
I should probably change clothes.
Yes. Look as un-Lilith as you can look for the next 10
Does
minutes.
somebody have clothes that I can borrow?
How long does the potion last?
She's gonna swing an apron at you.
8
Okay,
hours.
she puts on an
8
apron.
hours. Oh, okay.
She puts on an apron. She's got green hair.
She'll dust. She'll be like, sorry, close your eyes. And she'll dust your face with flour and dust your apron with flour and then throw some sauce on you. And then
Look
your
hideous.
apron, and you're my sous chef or something.
Oh yeah, get her all dusted up. You guys
Lady
are
Macbeth, sous
making
chef.
biscuits.
Okay.
Oh, perfect, perfect.
I can't use any sort of disguise kit or anything. Or wait, can I?
You can try if you
Get
want
Jen.
to.
Go get Jen.
Oh yeah, I
Just
can't do
roll
makeup.
it.
I'm gonna
He's
go
good
get
at that
Jen.
stuff.
Okay, yeah,
Run up
yeah.
the stairs. Go knock on Jen's door.
Hello.
Jen, do you have any makeup? Real pretty stuff.
Hold on. Just let me check. Everyone check their stuff. Yeah, I think I've got. What do I have? Shit.
Do you want to
What's it
give
called?
Lilith a makeover into a whole new person?
I mean, sleep sounded good, but that sounds better. She'll come
Yeah.
out and start going.
Come downstairs. Run back down there. Is Jenica just stalled? Lindell, this just how much time do we have?
Yeah, meanwhile, back outside, Jenica is getting impatient. Right.
Yeah, so Lindell is explaining to be like, okay, look, I know there's a bounty on Lilith Braddock. How much is the bounty on her?
Why do you want to know?
Because I would like to turn in for the bounty, Jenica.
Is your tip good, or are we
Oh,
doing some
no.
playing game?
It's more than a tip. Well, is it dead or alive, the bounty, just to be clear?
Dead or alive?
Oh, perfect. Okay, good. Let's just say, Jenica, after the next hour, you will have a slightly different worldview. I didn't kill her myself, but she is dead, and I have proof that she's dead.
You killed Lilith Braddock.
Well, I don't know. Okay, so you were here yesterday. Remember that we were doing the whole hookah thing, and we were going to get a genie, right? And
Yeah.
we got these wishes, and there's the Grimfang Spirit Naga, and we're the heroes of Seon and the heroes
Mine's
of
a
all of
little
Librany
fuzzy
City.
from that day, but yes.
Yes, all right. So you know that our great wizard, you, the master exorcist, has a date scheduled with what's her face, the ruler of Librany City. So we're very reputable people.
Stop telling
Sure.
people that.
What's your
If I
point?
manifest it.
Do you have the body or not?
Well, I have so here's the thing, all right? Things get a little bit messy when you're dealing with magic and genies. So Lilith broke in and tried to mess with the magic that we were dealing with the hookah and wishes. And
So that
going
woman
into
that was here is Lilith?
No, not her. It was Lilith. I don't know where she came from, but she
I'm
must have been
confused.
tracking us or using. Anyways, Lilith showed up when we were doing the magic of the hookah and trying to restore the genie, and she messed with it, and the genie did not take kindly to that. And as an all-powerful gene, well, let's just say there's not a lot of big pieces of her left.
She got smoked.
So I have the
Relatives.
biggest piece.
Yep.
I have the biggest piece that we got. Oh fuck! Here we go. Okay.
Roll a
Here we go.
deception check.
Did you get any hairs,
Okay.
David?
If you is told Jen
She got the
to-
hair and blood before this happened.
Oh, I was just gonna come outside once I told Jen what.
19 for deception.
19. Okay. Jenica stares you down. She's really looking hard. She's seen a lot of riffraff. She's seen a lot of orphans tell lies in the
That's fine.
streets.
That's I totally understand. Why don't you come into a massive estate, have a seat, and I will go get you the proof. No more talking.
I prefer to remain here.
Oh,
What
okay,
is the
that's fine.
proof?
Yeah. Just give me 2 seconds. Like I said, the biggest piece of her that we've found. I'll be right back. There's lots of smaller bits, but this was the biggest one.
Go,
and she
quickly.
runs inside. She's like, yeah! What? And Linda's just like running in.
I want to know
While
is
this conversation takes place, I've made it to the kitchen. I put her hair up in a messy bun, and I use the end of my incense block that's kind of charcoaly to smudge out her eyes. And I grab some berries and crush them just to like blush up her cheeks a bit and dye her lips.
Roll a dexterity check for me.
Oh, yes.
She's meant to be my sous chef. She's not supposed to look pretty.
Well,
she can be ball.
So it's dexterity?
Yeah, your dexterity bonus. And you can... Are you... Yeah, add your proficiency bonus.
Oh,
Are there any...
proficiency bonus?
Up top to the right.
Oh, perfect. Okay, 12.
12 total?
Wait, where's the proficiency bonus?
It's up top towards the right after your
It
attributes.
should be +4 right now.
Oh, yeah, +4. Oh, perfect. 16. Yay.
16. Okay. Yeah, you do a pretty decent job. I mean, she looks like she's been working in a house kitchen all day. But yeah, passable.
Okay. So Lindell comes bursting in the kitchen, be like, okay, update quick. Where are we with the plan? Jenica's outside.
She has green hair. I hand you her hair and blood.
Macbeth.
I'm outside.
Hi, I'm
I
Lady
love
Macbeth with green hair. I'm a sous chef.
We can't. No, this is a bit much, even for me. Okay, I love the apron. I love the hair. Whoever did that, good job. Do you have the original sample of the hair with the blood?
Yes, I hand it to you. I got it first.
Lovely, lovely. Okay, I'm gonna take that and yeah, and I'm gonna just like tie a bit of twine around it so it's like in a little bundle.
Do you need some flesh? I could get some flesh.
No
that should be good. Should we get some flesh? How attached are you to your fingers?
No, not her flesh. I mean, I've got flesh in the basement.
Oh no! We don't want to throw Lafayette into the mix.
Okay.
Okay, messy bun. Is this Genevieve? Just to be clear, is this a look we could replicate every day?
Oh, I mean, it's pretty straightforward. You just need some charcoal and some berry, and a good touch.
Okay, perfect.
Don't forget
Lindell's
the flour.
Yes. A little bit. It actually doesn't look that bad. You look rather a little bit of blush. It's rather pretty, actually. And Lindell digs through her disguise kit, and she'll be like, "Okay, you have an option. Do you want a warty nose, a bum chin, or elf ears?"
Elf ears?
Okay, so she pulls out a pair of prosthetic ears.
Green-haired elf.
And just like, yeah, so now she's got green hair with a messy bun, a powdered face with berry blush, and a little bit of charcoal around her eyes. And you're like, actually, you don't look anything like yourself. This is perfect. Okay, one quick change with the name. You can't be a lady and also a sous chef. So we got to pick one or the other.
Chef Macbeth.
Chef Macbeth. Sous Chef Macbeth.
It's hard to say. I like it.
Sous Chef.
Sous chef. Beth.
Chef Beth.
Chef Beth.
Beth.
Oh, that's perfect. Beth.
Chef.
Because it makes you sound like lower, right? Beth rather than Macbeth. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay. Sous Chef Beth.
Okay.
And Beth, just let's role play for a quick moment. How long have you been working at the Colchester estate?
3 years.
Nope, too long. We only arrived here a little bit ago. You've been working here for a week.
3 days?
A week.
A week.
3 days?
Okay.
Week. What do you guys think? 3 days? A week? What do you think?
Maybe we hired her when we hired Carlton Clarence. We took her on staff.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
She's
Yes,
part of the
because
staff.
you're on staff. So you were hired with a man named Carlton Clarence, and we'll get him to verify as well. You have no references. You're scum of the earth. You're from Sub 1. All your family's dead. I'm just spitballing here. You have no family relations left. Everyone hates you because you're so polite all the time. you love to eat apples, and then that'll give you opportunity, with the touching the apple
That's
thing.
why my hair is this color.
Nope.
you love
You were born with it. You were born with it.
Oh.
That's the
Oh
important.
yeah.
Okay.
You're born with the green hair, and your ears
I
always
like
look
the
like this.
apples because it looks like my hair.
Yes, there we go. Yes,
Yeah.
good
Okay.
connection. And you are a half elf, right? Because she's normally a human,
Oh.
right?
I can hear him. David can't hear you.
I can hear
Hello,
him.
can you hear me?
I
Hello.
think David's muted. David, you're not working at all.
I
Maybe
guess
it's your headphones. Oh, his computer died.
Oh
Oh,
no.
Having these kinds of troubles.
oh no.
He's grabbing his power cord.
Also, thank you for that message, Brian. That was an excellent idea.
Sometimes I got some stuff to share.
Oh, that's such a cute, messy bun. Yes, that's what she looks like. I love it.
Cute. I want green hair
hair.
and a messy bun too. Kind of
I was just
messy.
Googling like green haired elf. I was looking for pictures of what she might look
Because
Right?
she's before she was a human, right? Like that's what her baseline race is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so now we have to convince her, tell that she's a half elf because she has elven ears, but her face looks human, right? So-
Okay. But I mean, there's no reason for Jenica to come in here and like harass our sous chef. We're just going to introduce her
Well,
to the
but-
world as a sous chef.
Right.
Yeah.
But if we introduce her to Jenica, Jenica might have some probing questions to make sure that we're not
If she tries and does that, I will threaten her with my knife and kick her out my kitchen.
No. She's a god. This is not. No, we want
No.
Jenica to. Whew, don't threaten her, please. There's a tenuous situation. Okay.
A very good intimidation check.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll keep that in reserve just in case.
Should I go
Just
get
so-
Xavier? You know, Xavier's great under
I was
pressure.
just thinking about that. Would Xavier add or take away from this moment?
Xavier's probably crafting potions, which could be explosive if you interrupt him.
Okay.
Let's not do
Just
that.
so you guys know, too, here in about 10 minutes, I'm gonna have to run.
Okay.
Chef Macbeth is back in business.
Macbeth.
Okay.
Well,
Chef Beth. Oh, and Beth, what is your family name?
Mac.
Mac. Perfect. You are a half elven family, right? Don't forget half elven. That's the important part. Okay.
and the inventors of the
I'm
big
half elf.
Okay. Everyone ready? Places, please. Okay. Chef Beth, when I call for you, Safkeen, you escort sous chef Beth out to the front when I call for you. Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
All right, so
Jen,
you head back
maybe
out.
a little touch up on the makeup. I'll be right back. And
Jenica's waiting. She says,
Lindell runs back out front and she holds out the bundle of hair with blood on it. And she says, so there were a lot of tiny little bits. This is the biggest bits of her we found. Would you
Hand it over.
would you? Here you go. Yep, there you go. I'm sure you can use any sort of magic to confirm that is indeed Lillith Braddock's hair and blood.
Magic, unfortunately, will have to be verified.
Oh yeah, that's fine.
You two, take this. Yes, to the university. Have it verified. Now then,
and how?
while we wait, here is
Sure.
the wanted flyer for Lillith Braddock. She hands it to you.
Thank you. Yes.
If the verification
Mhm.
comes back as a positive, we'll have another chat.
As in, you're gonna stay here for how long as we wait, or you're gonna come back tomorrow?
I'll come back when the results come in.
Oh, okay, lovely. Speaking of which, I would just like to introduce you to one of our new staff. You've met Carlton Clarence. He's one of our new hires.
Yes, he used to be one of mine.
Oh, right. Yes, I totally forgot. And Lindell pokes her head in and she yells, "Safkeen, Beth!"
We all shuffle
So
out.
she's gonna-
Yeah, she kind of shuffles out in her apron with her green hair, kind of swooping it back.
Just you might see her around town. This is sous chef Beth. She's one of our new hires. Safkeen
Hi,
is an amazing
Beth
chef, but
Mack.
she, just doing the basic prep and whatnot. So you might see her around town. Please do not harass her as you normally wouldn't. But she's one of our employee.
She's gonna be buying me food supplies and stuff like that. So
Safkeen,
yeah,
she reaches over to your belt that has a big butcher knife on it, and she pulls it out and starts doing tricks with it, flipping it up and down. And then she takes out a little cutting board that she brought with her and goes right across and cuts a carrot into these clean slices, flips it around and puts it back in your belt. I'd love to cook for you sometime. Remember, Chef Beth Mack, extraordinaire.
As you can see, she's very skilled. So yes, if you see this woman around,
flicks pieces of carrot at all of your mouths.
Like hibachi.
Natural fucking 20. Each one. Boom, 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 boom. She takes her cutting board and puts it back in her apron. We'll meet again. And she turns and walks away. Well, it looks like you've got a nice sous chef. Congratulations.
Thank you.
She's great. Not so good on the talking part, but she's great in the kitchen. Yeah.
Yeah, I can tell.
I'm gonna go back inside and fix the food.
So anyways, I'm gonna go inside. I'm rather tired from a long day. Just let us know when that verification is done.
Thanks for the tip. We'll be in contact.
Wonderful.
Good day. And she turns and marches away with the sample of blood and hair that you have given her. And when you get back inside, Lilith just kind of collapses on the floor. I can't believe that worked. That was great.
And Lindell high fives everyone. That was good makeup, and that was good apron, and that was.
I mean, I used to be a pirate. I'm good with a blade, but I didn't think I could cook. And flicking those carrots. Oh my gosh, that was awesome.
I mean, you can literally help me in the kitchen if you would like to. Use the help.
Sure. I could help. Maybe I could make you something better than that stove you've got. Maybe something that you could control a little bit better than just fire.
Would you do that? That would be amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I could tweak the stove kind of like I did with Seb. Maybe make something adjustable. There are gas lines that run through this house. Each of the fireplaces has tubes. I could probably run an extension to the kitchen and make you a stove.
Could you also make our fireplaces have fire in them?
Oh, they're not working? Yeah, I'll get Seb on it.
Seb can fix fireplaces?
Maybe there's a blockage in the gas line somewhere? I'll take a look.
Oh, cool. Thanks.
Mm-hmm.
Like a slime blockage? Or no, that's Thomas. Anyways.
Well, you guys did find another hidden place downstairs. So,
yeah.
They don't know. Just Xavier and I know that, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Lindell doesn't know that.
Yeah. Yep.
Awesome. So good job, everyone. I think that'll work. We'll just wait for the confirmation. Now, here's the thing, Lilith. You have to stay in this house for at least the next couple of days, and the reason is because this house is protected against divination magic. So if they try to divine that you're alive or where you are, it'll just come up blank while you're in this house. So you literally can't leave the house for the next at least 24 to 48 hours. We'll get you a chamber pot or something that you can use, but so
I'd love to convert that kind of protection to a ship.
Oh, I can do it on a ship too.
Oh, it's like a one-time thing? We'll talk later.
Yeah, it sets it in.
Okay. Okay, yeah, she'll stay put. She agrees, no problem. You guys all eat your dinner. You rest up. Finally, you make your way up to your rooms for rest. Xavier for a little bit more alchemy, since he just has to meditate for a little while to make the rest of those fire bomb potions. Genevieve, you kind of have a little bit of a restless night, but you do get your full rest eventually after being woken up 3 times, I think, um, by the rest of Short Expectations. So all of you guys do find rest. You'll all wake up the next morning well rested. All
Can
of
I-
your spell slots returned. Yeah, Safkeen?
Just before it's rest time, can I have a little role play moment with you?
Yes, you may. But first, I want to tell you that when you wake up the next morning, you all level up. Congratulations. You're all level 11.
Poor Kit goes, he can level
Yeah.
up.
All right, so work on your character sheets. We can chat and talk about what you guys want to do for level 11, if there's any new features and stuff.
No, I want
Before
Okay.
Kit, quickly before you go, one thing I was thinking about this week, I was wondering. So one thing I've been having trouble with is each week I get really excited for Spiralia, and like when I'm having a rough day at work, I look at my character sheet, and so then like the last couple months we've had a number of times where it's been canceled, which is totally fine. I totally understand like life comes up and things can't be done. But just each week that it gets canceled, that means that when I get to Sunday, then I have like a down day, which kind of affects the rest of my week. So what I was wondering is if either you guys would be interested in changing Spiralia to be like every 2 weeks or every month, and that way then like you have like the other Sundays to do other stuff, and then maybe we could then that way then just the days maybe little bit more easier for everyone to commit to.
I think it's kind of hard for everybody to commit that close until
Yeah.
it's really close to time.
So my thing is, I never know exactly what's going to happen. So, like, if Mary gets called on a weekend, I may be watching the kids. If somebody gets sick, it's like I try to make every weekend, but honestly, from week to week, I don't know exactly what's going on, and sometimes the weekends are just so chaotic with the kids and everything that it's usually a couple of days before where I'm like, I know that I can play or that if I can't. So even changing it from like week to week is kind of a hit or miss.
Yeah.
Could we just? They took polls. Remember how we used to have the polls in Messenger?
Yeah, to see if everybody was available.
They
So
took them
Thomas,
out.
if you need more advance notice, we can try and decide by midweek. I know a lot of people probably won't know until maybe Friday or even Saturday if they can play. Sometimes for Seda and us, it's not until morning of that we know whether or not we can play, depending on.
But
like,
I know if I've worked Saturday or not, so I could
Right.
always, instead of waiting till Sunday morning, I
Right.
could
And
know by Saturday.
The other thing going on with me right now is I told you guys I might be taking a new role. I might be taking this management role. Well,
Yep.
one of the inventory guys actually quit last week. He just left
Ooh.
a big sticker stuck to his desk that said I quit. And so I don't know what next week is going to be like because they have a bunch of jobs coming up that I may actually end up having to pull.
Yeah.
So I don't know if that means more work for me on the weekends. I don't know what it means for me. Yeah.
I see Seda added David's screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's right here.
I know.
And
When if I can't make
I want to show you my mech. Hang on, let me get it real quick.
Okay, go get your
Yes,
mech.
Okay.
If I ever
Yeah, I
can't
think-
make it, I'm always okay with someone playing me though too. That's fine by me.
Yeah, and the way that I want to do it is if we're down 2 people, I would rather not run it. If we're down 1 person, no problem. I'll
Yeah,
play
like
whoever, or we can help with that.
If I can't make it, I'm totally fine with like, David playing Xavier or, someone else in the party.
Here.
Yeah.
This is my mech. It has moving legs, arms,
Pretty sweet.
and then the cockpit opens up like this.
Is there a guy inside?
Yeah.
Is there someone in
Sweet,
there
Spider-Man's
is!
in there.
Spider-Man!
Is that Spider-Man inside an Iron Man?
No. I
No.
No,
I did have
Iron Man.
the Hulkbuster pieces.
Oh,
I
Hulkbuster.
took them apart, and I used them for this.
It's very
So
cool.
Yeah, it is very
salvage.
cool.
Frankenport.
It's very well built.
Thank you, Rona.
My my only fear, like, say if we did it every other week, I'm afraid I would be the one always messing it up just because I don't know until Saturday.
And then it would be an off week, or we
Then-
wouldn't play for a month.
Well,
So
and that's the thing.
But
Like, I
maybe-
would be able to play,
Is
like,
24
2 or 3
hours
weeks
enough though,
out.
Thomas? Like, what if we just said we're going to decide Friday night?
if it's
So
not, we could always.
I think if at least I knew like that it was unknown until Friday night, that'd be better. Because like and the reason why I was thinking is just looking back my notes, like the last year, we've played like once a month, twice a month. I don't think there's been any months in the last year that we've actually played all 4 Sundays.
no,
right, like,
it's too sporadic to do that.
Yeah. So what I was
Yeah.
thinking, so that's what I was thinking was like if we just like make a point of like, well, it's only every second Sunday anyways. Then
Hmm.
we
mean,
don't
we
even have to worry about some of those other
we
ones.
could-
But
We could try something like that, but if something weird comes up for me, I don't want to be the one who's like, "Oh, I've spoiled everybody's game because I can't make one."
Right, and my
Yeah.
whole thing as
Well-
a DM for running this campaign is I know you guys are adults. This is an extra. This is just something fun that we get to do when we have the chance, but everything else takes priority. Life-wise, kids-wise, car repairs-wise, teaching-wise, whatever it is,
No, 100%.
COVID-wise.
Kids.
right, like and like life comes up. I totally get that. Like kids, family, 100% takes priority. It's just for me and my mental health going through the week when I've literally like had someone die on me, or I've dealt with a serious trauma, or someone had a stroke or something like that. One of my like whatever coping mechanisms is I go and look at Lindell's character sheet, or go and look at
Aw.
my notes, and I start to like literally like Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like that's part of my coping is looking forward to spending time with you guys and getting excited about this game. And so when that's my coping for dealing with shit at work and in my other life, when it comes to Sunday and it gets canceled, and again, it's not a blame thing or anything like that. That just means that I end up having a shitty day and it kind of leads into a shitty week. So
Which
if either we have more advanced notice, which I mean, then I could just set my brain to like, I don't know if Spiralia is going to happen until it's confirmed to Friday night, so just don't get excited about it type of thing.
Yeah.
Or if
Yeah,
it's
and that's
every
what I've
other
had to do
week or
too.
once a month, like
How about every like Wednesday to Thursday, we try to say like as a group, hey, how many of us can make it? And then we plan from there, and then maybe Friday we make a decision of we're playing Spiralia or not. Which
Yeah,
and again,
that's fine.
Thomas, I totally get it. When I don't play D&D for like a month at a time, Barry will come to me and be like, "Okay, you're being an asshole and a bitch. You need to go play D&D before I kick your ass." Like, I will do the duty if I can't escape the real world. Like, I totally get that. I do. And maybe we need a little more notice, but maybe we could work something out where every Wednesday we all say, hey, we can make it or we can't make it, and then that final decision is Friday.
Yep.
Yeah,
And same point. I don't want any individual at any time to think that they are obligated to join this game to prevent, feeling guilty for ruining other people's.
Well, that's why we
whatever.
should just do it
Right.
early. If we
I
can do it
never want
early in
that
the
to be-
week. Yeah.
Because
that's-
that's
and-
probably the easiest way to turn people away from an obligation like this.
Yeah, I like 100%. I don't want anyone to feel forced. I just kind of wanted to share as to like what I've
Yeah.
been going through the last little bit.
Yeah.
And just because I love this game and I love you guys and I love spending time with you and I have so much fun when we do hang out together.
Yeah, it's a
So
good game.
I think that would work for me. Sorry, Jenny, go ahead.
I don't know if you read my message, my response to your message initially, but like, I mean, I'm only one person, and I get that I'm not like everyone in Short Expectations and like Spiralia, and like it's I'm not as good as that. But like if ever, like as I said in my message, I'm definitely the least busy out of everyone in this group. So if there are weekends that we can't play, and like if you do feel like down or lonely or anything like that, like we can watch anime together, we can like chat, we can like do whatever, like I pretty much always have my Sundays free.
There's a new show about a Yakuza house club that's going on Netflix, Jenny. That would be great. Just saying.
Yakuza House Club, what?
Yakuza house husband.
I know that show.
Send you the link, but just keep that in mind. Sorry, anecdote. Keep talking.
I'll have a look.
There's also Word of Honor that Seda and I have been binging.
I'm obsessed.
It's amazing. Another Chinese drama.
That's very
Yeah.
kind, Jenny. Thank you so much. I will definitely probably start taking up on that more. If I'm working night shift, I'll probably sleep, so I won't be on right at this time, but I might be on like closer to this time type of thing.
And Thomas, if it's ever a mental health thing with not getting enough rest too, don't feel like you have to be at every single one of these.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
fuck
know
that
it's a
shit.
big
I will
boost.
sleep 3 hours if I get to play my D&D.
Okay.
Like that's that's
because I
part
don't
of
want
it
you to
is
have
like
the
I
same
know
thing, you know.
No. I know for my mental health how valuable this game and the interaction with you guys is, because like I'm socially isolated at home. I don't live with anyone. I don't really see anyone outside of work. So this interaction is really important to me. But so yeah, I will sleep 3 hours and come and play a game. But if the game is not happening, then I will obviously sleep instead if I'm working night shifts.
Well, let's try Wednesday, Thursday. We can do it in the chat and see what everybody's schedule's like, and then by Friday we should be able to know.
And then even if we say something like Friday at midnight, by midnight on Friday, we make a decision if we're going to play or not, or at least unless like severe circumstances come up, right?
Right, and if anything comes up between that time and when we actually do play, fine, no problem. We'll just communicate.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then but if that doesn't work out, if it's still not working out in like a month, we can maybe start trying to schedule just twice a month. I'm just afraid we'll play less if we just if we choose 2 days ahead of time, and then 3 of us have emergencies. Then we only have 1 other time of the month.
Right, then we might only play once every 2 months.
We can still do that. Like Thomas, if you need that in like a month, if this doesn't work out, we're like on Wednesdays we're not figuring out, or by Friday we're just like this isn't working. So
yeah,
and it's a little harder now too,
step for sure,
with the daylight savings time switch, because we're actually playing an hour later now, and I know Kit, you sometimes have to cut out soon. So like right now, if we're keeping you too late, you need to cut out. That's fine. But
usually me cutting out is more a, hey, Mary is busy, the kids need me to like help them get ready for school, or we have to do
dad stuff.
It's not
that
like
takes
an
priority
sort of thing, but it's something I need to go do real quick.
It is though. I mean, just like if our dogs are, biting our hands because they want to go out to pee, we're gonna get up and take them outside. It's just something you do, so that's fine.
My kids do the same thing. They bite my hands, and I'm like, get up.
They pee on the floor.
Demand treats,
About the time, because we went to the later time for Thomas, right? Or is it daylight savings
if
time?
that's better, I don't know if that's
When's
better
the best time for you guys to play?
Yeah, my time didn't change, but if it works better for you guys, I can bump up an hour if necessary.
Well, bumping up an hour would make it 4 p.m. our time, right?
No. That would be
we're talking
2.
about going back.
That'd be 2 for us.
No. Oh, that would be Jenny and Brian and Thomas an hour earlier, and we would.
Yeah, I mean like earlier.
I see.
Because I didn't know in the last few months, it's definitely Jenny and Brian are up late, right, to play.
It's been better for me though, because I start at 5 p.m. here, and then at least I have my Sunday to try to get most of my stuff done.
Okay.
Which I don't. I'm gonna go work after this, so
right.
Usually I can spend Sunday getting stuff done, or even going out and doing things, which is better for me. But it's later for Jenny. That's 8 p.m. for Jenny to start.
Are you okay, Jenny?
Yeah. At the moment, I start at 8 anyway. Although once daylight savings kicks in here at the end of the month, I'll get an hour back, so I'll start at 7, I guess.
Oh, okay. So that would be better for that time switch then.
How it works.
So maybe we'll have to switch up again once Jenny's daylight.
You're going to go an hour back? Ours is spring forward.
Yeah, we always go forward in the spring.
So that would have you starting at 9 p.m.
Starting at 9, which
that's really late, right?
Yeah,
might need to adjust back.
We might need to adjust.
Is anyone opposed to adjusting it like earlier an hour?
I think 2 p.m. is better for Kit anyway, isn't it?
The earlier the
Kit,
better
is
for me.
2 p.m. better?
Yeah.
Yeah, 2 p.m. works better for me because
2 to 6 for us.
I've done it
Well, that would just
It'll be the
leave
evening.
Right. So then it'd be 2
Brian.
p.m. Central again.
Is 4 p.m. too early for you, Brian?
I just might be late sometimes, depending on what's going on
Okay.
that day.
Right.
Yeah.
That's all.
But
Okay.
1 hour difference.
Brian, does Brazil daylight save at all, or they're like Saskatchewan? It doesn't, eh?
They've got
All
too much
daylight,
sunlight
all
as
the
it
time.
is.
Yeah, it's pure sun.
They don't need it.
Too much sun and too much corona.
Our
it doesn't really
government.
change. Like it's consistent, like Japan, right? Where there's
Yeah.
not a huge
Mhm.
shift through the seasons.
Yeah.
We're trying to get rid of daylight
All right,
savings
guys.
time, so this could be our last one.
It could
All right.
be.
Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anyway, that
I am
works.
gonna-
Bye.
Bye,
Whatever we
kids.
Kit.
decide, just
Okay.
text me on the group chat. And,
Okay.
Yeah.
Will do.
Um,
All right. Bye, guys.
Bye.
Bye. So next week, if we want to try, when does your daylight savings kick in? Do you want to do an hour earlier next week, Jenny, or at the end of the month?
My daylight saving kicks in on the 28th.
Okay, so
I don't have a schedule
we
in
got
front of
2
me.
weeks in, I think.
So that's not next Sunday, but the Sunday after. So we could
Is-
stay 2 weeks at this time, and then on the
Mhm.
28th, we could switch to 1 hour earlier.
Okay.
Excuse me.
But
Yeah. Yeah.
next week,
So same thing next
So,
week, and then
but
dial back on the
if we can
28th.
play on the 21st, I have the week after off. So I can
Oh.
literally play until whenever
Oh,
o'clock.
so you can stay up
on
late.
Sunday
Oh,
morning.
nice.
Nice. Okay.
Okay, so then we can leave it for this, because if you play late next week, that's totally fine. So we can leave it as
Yeah.
is for next week.
Okay.
I can play until like 5 in the morning, whatever. I don't care. Sleep.
I wish we could play till 5 in the morning.
I know.
I wish. Someday I could actually get you guys off island if we did that.
I'm gonna be able to do a 24-hour game.
Oh my
Oh
gosh.
my
I'm
gosh.
dying.
I love it. Was
future.
so much. We
don't
used
know
to do
when-
it for Extra Life, a 24-hour D&D game, and it
Yeah.
was so fun. I loved it.
What?
We'd probably have to out and nap though.
Mm.
It'd be
Otherwise,
hard if we did one because we'd all be starting in different time zones for 24 hours.
Right.
Yeah.
As long as we like all had the week off or the next day off, it'd be
Yeah.
fine. We could make it work.
Yeah.
But the coordination would be headache.
Oof. Rough.
Mm.
I know that my scheduling, because my whole thing is I always drop out in December, and that'll just be for
Mm.
life. I won't be able to do anything in
Yeah.
December.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
my schedule at the post office is kind of going back to normal. So supposedly after next week, I won't be working 6 in a row anymore. Unless
hopefully I can
somebody
get you
leaves
guys-
or quits.
Ho-
Yeah.
Hopefully I can get you guys pretty close to end game by December, but we'll have to
David
see.
has
End game, like level 20
I-
end game?
I don't know. Maybe it depends on how many times
He
we can
has
play.
this all
and how,
plotted out, and it has like rising
Everything.
action and a
I know where you're
climax and a
going.
falling action.
I've got everything.
Wow.
And
Well,
then,
not
Guys,
everything. Details.
I gotta go do some work. Mwah, have a great week.
okay, love
All
you,
right, see you, Brian.
We'll text you.
Yeah.
I also just noticed Messenger does let you put in polls on the browser. Did you see this, David?
Does it? Did you try to actually submit one?
Oh, I'll try to.
Yeah,
it
you
won't
can
let us
you
on-
one
can
and then
put
try
you
to
can
submit it?
you can make a poll in the Messenger stream. You can't make a poll in groups anymore though.
Oh,
That's
I've
what
never been able to actually submit a poll in the browser. You can make one, but then when you
Not
try to
here.
submit it, it's like, this has been discontinued or coming back soon or something like that.
oh.
Maybe it works now. I don't know.
We used to use that feature all the time for people's schedules.
Yeah.
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 Oh, it says I'm not allowed to create a poll in this thread.
Right, there you go.
Yeah.
So maybe it's a setting?
Me too. No, I think they took it away
Who's
for a
in
while.
charge of the
Who's
in charge of this chat?
Oh,
Oh,
really?
Jenny is the admin. So Jenny's the only
Jenny.
one
Oh,
who can
Jenny's
create
the
polls
admin. Okay.
unless she
I
makes
give
the
you
rest of
guys
us
time.
admin.
Can you make us all admin, Jen? I wonder
Uh,
if you can.
There should be an option for you to make the rest of us admin as well.
Because if that fixes it, because I even Googled it because I was like, why can't we add polls anymore? And they were supposed to bring it back in 2021. So I wonder if this is how they brought it back. Yeah.
I know in one of my other messenger groups we do polls there. So it probably just means only the admin can do it.
Yeah. Make us all administrators.
yeah, I'll have to do it at
Also-
another point. 'cause
Yeah,
literally
it's
like
David's part of my like when I'm having a bad day stuff is I like plan out my character development too. So I already know what
Yeah.
I'm doing for level 11, which is I'm going to take a level of rogue
okay.
because I'm a product of both of my parents. And
Mhm.
now because I get an extra
Aw.
tool proficiency, Lindell is proficient in cartographer's tools.
Very
So she's going to
nice.
start
Excellent.
mapping our adventures.
Very good.
Oh, that's cute.
You sure you
Yeah,
don't
it
want to
means
take a level in Warlock with Pact of the Genie?
oh,
I
but
might.
no, she's got lots of magic. The one
I
thing that
saw
kind
that
of
in
is making me
Tasha's, and I was like, oh my gosh, that's awesome.
so cool, right? My one rough decision is 2 more levels of cleric, and then we get it's a teleportation spell that's like a return to home base
Right.
teleportation spell, which would be super useful if when we start going further and further
Right, because then the
abroad.
mansion could be your home base, and you could just
Exactly,
bounce in
mansion, and
out.
we could just bounce back to the mansion anytime.
Well, I was
But
thinking
I
it'd be
think
cool too if you got the fortress one and could create a doorway to go into in a magic mansion, basically,
yeah,
like a
magnificent
magical version
mansion.
of the Colchester Mansion or something.
Yeah, that'd be
while
awesome.
like a home away from home or something.
Portable.
I
Yeah.
could, at level 11, I get a new spell. I could use 4 key points to cast fly on myself.
Oh shit! I didn't know that.
Ooh, that would be so useful.
That's
So
super useful.
Flying death
So-
punch, like
I guess does it work like Shaolin monk style, where you have to like tiptoe on things?
no, like she would be able to
Dance back
legit.
and
It's the
cross?
full
Fly.
fly spell. So for concentration for an hour or something like that, you have a fly speed of 60 feet or something.
How do they work that with like monks? It's just like mind power levitation kind of thing.
It's the elemental, right? So you would have like a
Oh, it's
little
the elemental.
whirlwind underneath your feet, right,
Yeah,
or
it's
something
a
like that,
little
or like
right wing.
Aang's little air ball that you ride on top
Yeah,
of.
yeah, or like a little magic cloud.
I just rolled my highest hit dice ever. Thank goodness.
Nice.
Which
More
was
hit points for
just
you.
a D6, but yes, I finally didn't
The
roll a
squishy
1.
wizard.
I didn't
is
roll a
less squishy.
2. Okay.
All
I
right.
don't
Safkeen,
get
I didn't mean to deprive you of your roleplay moment, but maybe we could do that first thing.
Next time.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll do that first thing next time,
level.
and then yeah, you guys work on your character sheets. Let me know if you have any questions on level 11 and things you want to
That's
do.
really
There we
good
go.
very much. Did I take
And again,
fly?
if you have any wild harebrained ideas, this is homebrew. We can do whatever.
Oh.
I want them to be the characters you guys want them to be. So again, I recommend that you build yourself all the way to level 20. That way you know exactly what to do. And that way you're not,
Alrighty,
getting to the upper levels and looking back and being like, oh, I should have done this. I already had this many dex points, that kind of stuff.
Mm.
I'm
That
just
way you
trying to
don't waste
decide
it.
what I should make myself expertise in. Should I be expert in sneaking or thieves tool picking or perception?
I think, perception's also just universally the most rolled stat probably, or skill.
Right.
But lockpicking, super useful in this world now.
Yeah.
And stealth is always useful, especially at higher levels. And you're going rogue, so
My cloak also does give me advantage on stealth already, though. So
it does. But that means that the chances of you rolling low would be pretty significantly low.
that's true. Oh, and now
And
I
you
know
can-
thieves can't. Oh, cool. I forgot.
Yeah.
That's right. So you can read some of the stuff in the Spiralia trading magazine. We'll say that's how you
Yeah.
pick that up. That would make sense from,
Oh,
learning.
yeah, studying the magazine.
Yeah, studying the magazine
Yeah.
and some of the hand signs that CC does, and that kind of communication.
And the
That would be very
cartographer's
thieves'
tools make
canty.
sense because she's been studying Mum's map. So
Right.
Mm.
And from your urchin lifestyle, maybe you've picked up some of these, secret thieves canty things that people do, like knocking twice on the stoop of a door, lifting a pant leg when you pass somebody, that kind of stuff.
Lifting
I
a
was
leg when
actually
you pass a
thinking
telephone pole.
about
That's
Lindell.
right. Yeah.
I was actually thinking about Lindell because Safkeen is proficient with navigator's tools. So she can't make a map, but she can read a map. And I thought it would be really cute if if eventually like we get on the boat, or like even like before, like as we're like getting ready to like leave island, like if Safkeen like offered to like teach Lindell like how to read a map and like use a compass and like all that.
Well, I think even more so, you could link up the astrological stuff with the land feature stuff. So, like, astrology is used for navigation, for most of the navigation tools you'd be using, like astrolabes and sextants and that kind of stuff. So if you pair that up with the map making skills, you know, the drawing and tracing and plotting things, making them to scale, you could really get accurate distances and things based on the astrology portion. So I think, yeah, there's some good back and forth you guys could do.
Make a really good team.
Yep, for sure. All right, have fun with your character sheets. Let me know if you need anything, and we'll end there.
It's
Have a
nothing
good
on level
night.
11. So wait till level 12. Something more exciting.
I don't get anything. Love you. Bye.
Love you guys. Talk to you
Love you
later.
guys. Bye.